Wrong one, chat. Hi, chat. What's up?
Hello, chat.
How's it going?
How's everybody doing?
Shalom, assalamu
Oh, thank you, the gifted membership, Ava.
Oh my goodness.
Secret person, chat who we don't know about. Oh, and Ava just disappeared.
Oh no.
We've been going for officially 10 seconds, and Ava has already died.
No, what happened?
There you go.
We're fine, we're fine. We're fine. With the satellite, just like, it had a little hiccup, it's fine.
It
Did it
blipped out.
sway in the wind?
It did, well actually, it is getting windy, I should probably check it.
Yeah. Oh, how is chat this week? What is everybody up to? What are you both up to?
I was gonna play the new Mabinogi update, but you know, got this.
You tired?
Oh, we got this.
Oh, I see.
It is. I've been busy working on the Project Subload server.
You have. It's been going pretty,
I could play
working
that
pretty
tonight,
hard.
too.
I would, but I am doing the hosting tonight. So,
You're not
Head
supposed
Pat
to be
Ava?
playing games during the thing anyways.
oh, fair
I was
enough.
talking about after the stream, I'll do it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Also, thank you
I'm
for
down
the
to-
Head Pat Wolfsbane.
I'm down to join on
Too.
that. I unfortunately can't do head pat.
Cringe.
We'll have to set her up for it, chat.
I don't know how to do it. Is
you know
it like
what?
a
Sounds
toggle?
like a skill issue.
It probably is. I'm just listen. I'm too big for it. I don't have
Yeah,
the
you're too-
smallness.
You know what? We gotta put 2 head pads over your boot lug.
Something like that. Something like that.
Also, chat, I'm sorry if I am quieter tonight than normal. I could not sleep last night, so I took some medicine. It says it's for insomnia, but it's also for like anxiety. And when you take it, it's very like no thoughts, head empty kind of feeling.
Yeah.
I guess that's the way we deal with anxiety with medicine. We just make it so you can't think. It's a weird
I
feeling.
mean, pretty much.
See,
Like, chemically, I could break down what's going on, but you probably know that.
Yeah. I just don't like it.
I have that feeling when I have too much refined wheat. My brain just goes dead. Oh goodness.
Joel's Ava's head pat. I can get a head pat all I want. The shared head pat, comrade.
It's the communist head pat.
Hey, it's not my head pad, it's our head pad.
Should have
It's
just took
our head
melatonin.
pat.
Melatonin doesn't work on me. Though I do have a big thing of gummies of it over there.
Gotta try it. Oh goodness.
My body is too
What if-
used to melatonin. It doesn't do anything.
Well,
Yeah, if you have a tolerance for it, you may a second on help.
you wanna know what's cool?
What?
Advanced GG does have sleep powder. So you can
Oh
get
shit.
sleep powder on Advanced GG.
Theoretically try it.
Use code MAMAOCO.
Yeah. And in fact, Friday through Sunday you can get 25% off by using my code, so there you go.
And you know what else
Hmm.
is good for sleep? Valerian root tea. And if you use code LEAVE out, fire eats up at the Dragon's Treasure Tea, you can get 10% off.
Oh
It
my
was already
goodness.
shilling themselves. Jesus.
You're damn right.
We invite Ava back for one more episode, chat, and just immediately, oh, I could show my shit.
100%.
How dare. I'm fine, I don't care.
It's okay. All that money is going to the end of the G podcast anyway. No, actually, I think there's like $10 in there that I haven't like linked up to my account because it's trying to use Shopify and I don't like Shopify.
Quiet puddle.
Oh, I don't like Shopify either.
I've got my thing maxed. It's probably just 'cause I'm talking quiet.
No, you're pretty loud for me.
How much melatonin did you take to build a resistant? I used to take melatonin every night. I've been in
Yeah, you
insomniac
do that
for like as
a
long as
year
I can
straight,
remember.
Boom. intolerance.
Yeah. Like, I've been an insomniac as long as I can remember, so it's just, you know, life.
Guys,
Yeah.
Mizu is just Shota Charlie.
What?
Moist Critical also has insomnia, so
What's up, guys?
I can
I
see
grow down my
that.
hair
yeah, what's
super
up,
long.
guys?
Because
Yeah, no, he just made a video on it. He's like, dude, it's 5 a.m. I can't fucking sleep, so I'm gonna rant to the camera. I'm like, oh man, you poor child.
I can see that because I'm kind of like him. Like, I have similar mannerisms to him in real life.
Yeah. Well, you have long hair, and you're very soft-spoken.
I could see that.
And
I
you're
think a
short.
lot of that comes from just being tired.
I mean,
though.
what?
It's just when you're EP, you kind of naturally end up soft-spoken.
Yeah.
His life.
Let's see. Yeah, oh, there's that insomnia video.
Haven't
So-
seen Mizu and Charlie in the same
Yeah,
room.
10 days ago. Yeah, I haven't either. You know what? It is true.
Give it time, chat. If I get big enough, maybe. One day.
Fun little segue. Since we're talking about Charlie, do you want to know something that Charlie did recently that shook the world?
What did Charlie do recently that shook the world?
He decided to talk about Stop Killing Games recently.
Well, he
And-
did. PewDiePie did.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, but I would say that it is because of him that it kind of like jump started the movement again. Because just to kind of walk everybody back, Stop Killing Games started last July. And I remember it very fervently because Pirate Software, who we're going to talk about just a tiny bit, we're gonna laugh at Pirate Software, chat. You must all laugh with us because Pirate
Yeah, that's gonna be
Software
fun.
is finally being exposed for what he is. Mizu, I feel like out of the two or three of us, was the first one to hop on the Pirate Software hatred train. And
So-
for me, it kind of happened right after.
I will clarify that I've always had like a weird feeling about Pirate Software. I forget what video it was. No, I do
Wasn't
remember.
it the...
So he had this take about World of Warcraft where he was talking about how they were catching people like hacking, right? Or botting specifically. And he had always before that had these really decent takes on, you know, the reasons for piracy are lack of funds or lack of ability to like purchase it. Like he came up with all these different reasons for why you might pirate a game, and he could understand piracy. But then when he's talking about people who do botting, he seemed like completely incapable of understanding why people might bot in an MMO. And he's like, yeah, we released this new content that was like really grindy, and people were just so impatient to get to the end of it that they started botting. And I'm like, how can you make like all these excuses for piracy, but you can't understand that if an MMO gets too grindy, then people with real lives can't spend all day playing games, might bot it so they can actually get to the content part and past the grind part.
Yeah, the same problems that might perpetuate piracy kind of perpetuate botting. They overlap. Like, if you're going to waste a consumer's time with needlessly grindy content, guess what? I'm going to fucking find an alternative so I can get to the content I want to get to. Just as if your game is too inaccessible because it's like a monthly service fee or something like $15 a month, however much WoW was, or it's just too expensive, then I'm going to pirate it. It ultimately ends up being a disconnect between the consumer and the people selling the game or its service.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to let her spit for a while.
But yeah, it was one of those where it's like I genuinely, for the life of me, could not understand why he couldn't understand it. Like, it's so clear why people might bot when this becomes just too difficult, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was refusing to understand it. And after that, I was kind of like, maybe he isn't, like, as knowledgeable as, you know, I like to think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked about this before. but it is super easy for a creator who has built up this good rapport with you to tear all of it down in an instant by giving an incorrect take on something you personally are knowledgeable about.
Oh yeah, 100%. And it really depends on what the take is, because, and this is actually something that I decided to use as a small example in a video I'm working on, where when a creator builds themselves up, they create a bank that they can withdraw from of goodwill and clout. And as they build that bank, people are more willing to trust them and give them their attention and invest in them. And all it takes is the right thing to be done wrong for that bank to be lost in an instant with a lot of people. And that's kind of what happened with Thor. Is he's had a bunch of takes actually where he's been slowly withdrawing, and I think the Stop Killing Games thing really just like started to hit him where it hurt.
That was the big one. What got me interested in listening to Pirate Software, like actually, oh, this guy seems pretty cool, was when he was talking about a company that was false DMCAing the videos on his YouTube. By using like this weird music, saying like where they bought the rights and then restricted it from the country they bought it from, just weird shit. But he went into the legality of false DMCAing and he got it very accurate. And I'm like, okay, this guy's cool. Then he came out with a Stop Killing Games take, and I'm like, I don't know about that. That's a little weird. I don't like this take. I don't agree with it, but I'm all right with his opinion. And then he decided to false DMCA Private Parts of Anarchy Studios for his little parody game on Steam. For a version of the game that wasn't even on Steam. That is where I lost all respect for the man.
Yep. And so, as the movement for Stop Killing Games kind of went along, he made some videos about it. In fact, I actually have a graph here that I can show that somebody posted. It kind of shows where he made his videos on it and where the momentum for it kind of just like died down. And so, with him making his videos,
too, I think it's important to mention this. Accursed Flames had mentioned in his response to Stop Killing Games just a couple weeks ago, he had mentioned that he knows personally of a few big creators who refuse to actually talk on this because of Pirate Software's thoughts on it. So you have to remember that just beyond the videos he made, the fact that Pirate Software had a negative view of Stop Killing Games stopped bigger creators from even talking about it.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's really quite unfortunate and sad because I do think that like if Pirate Software didn't actually make content about this and didn't talk about it, I feel like it probably would have hit the 1 million signatures faster. Maybe with like in 6 months, maybe it still would have taken a lot longer. I don't know. But this graph that they ended up showing shows that after his 2 initial streams, because he had 2 streams on it, after those 2 streams, it just started dropping off massively. Now, what's funny is he tried to pass it off that it was his 2 videos that he made. Either he forgot or he was malicious in saying that the 2 streams didn't exist. But basically, after he makes his 2 initial streams on this, here, I'm gonna zoom in. After he makes his 2 initial streams, the support for it downward trends massively. And then once he makes his 2 other videos, it just basically kills off all movement. And it took basically the entire year for it to slowly chug back up the way that it was. And then it took Accursed Farms making another video basically lamenting that this movement was dead. And then Charlie picked it up, and Charlie's like, yeah, I think Pirate Software's a retard, and I think that his takes are bad. And then Asmongold picked it up. And then once Asmongold picked it up, basically it was all over, and everybody decided that Pirate Software was an idiot that doesn't know what he's talking about. And everybody started endorsing it.
I think what really helped too is the fact that like between like his first videos on Stop Killing Games and then his more recent response to Accursed Farms lamenting about it basically being dead and actually saving it, there was a couple controversies and a couple moves on Pirate Software's part that basically made people go, oh, you know, maybe this guy's takes aren't as good as possible, and that basically put Pirate Software on the edge that Charlie and Asmon were able to push them over. And like, yeah, he's not credible. But we had already seen over this last year, okay, you false DMCA'd somebody for some weird ass fucking reasons. Dr. K came out and said you're neurologically incapable of
I remember
freaking
that.
seeing where you yeah, exactly. These are two things that happened between these two like big things regarding Stop Killing Games. And I think if it wasn't for those two things, it would have been harder to push Thor off of his pedestal credibility, even with Charlie and Asmon weighing in on it.
Gosh, I forgot that he actually had a psychologist come out and said that he was like a child, essentially. That was hilarious to me. I could not believe it.
So fucking good. It was honestly one of the best. And what's great too is they're like, well, what about the Goldwater rule? It's like, well, the thing is Dr. K is having a face-to-face cover. He's having that one-on-one that the Goldwater rule requires. The Goldwater rule is just like, you can't say somebody's a narcissist without ever having actually talked to them as a psychologist. It's just an ethical guideline. Well, Dr. K talked to Thor, guys, and he went, yeah, dude, you're fucked.
Do you remember that, Mizu? That was such a funny clip.
It was.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so the movement picks back up in Steam the moment that Accursed Farms makes his video, and then everybody starts talking about it. Thor gets really pissy because he recognizes that everybody's like saying that he's wrong, and he starts to clap back just a little bit, and it ends up that people find out that he's one, a bitch, and two, wrong about everything. So the movement passes 1 million signatures, and a lot of bad stuff starts happening to Thor. As of like yesterday, he's lost 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
I saw this today. I'm like, oh my god.
Which he has like 2.5, or he did have 2.5. But like, he lost 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. What's more than that is he's been getting increasingly salty, increasing salty. And it's just been kind of hilarious in my
what's kind of insane
opinion.
to me too? When he released the first videos on Stop Killing Games, they seemed pretty well put together and all right. And then somebody found his fucking VODs. Accursed Farms actually put the clips on it. And like the venom and the prideful contempt that Pirate Software had for this, that he did not show to his YouTube audience, was so disgusting. I think that really pushed it over the edge. It's like, oh, so you pretended to be like, oh, this well thought out guy, I'm gonna use MS Paint to show these peasants how it's done. And then it turns out, oh yeah, no, this is fucking shit. This is horrible. In fact, I'm gonna make sure that everyone knows how horrible this is. Wow, that's a lot more mean-spirited than you presented yourself to be on YouTube.
I was laughing at the thought that Billy Mitchell said he would sue him. I saw that. I don't think Billy Mitchell's actually going to sue him. I think it was just a joke. But he did like have a crash out on stream talking about it. And I saw it, and it was kind of funny.
I would always take with a like worry and concern if Billy Mitchell says he's gonna sue you. Like, he has a like greater than 0 chance of following through with that. Like, he is kind of a I would say a vexatious litigant, but he's he likes going to court.
Oh goodness. But yeah, so it's not all pretty for Thor. He did have there was a clip that was clipped from his stream where he kind of like is really upset with people, and like, you kind of have to weigh how bad you feel for him. And so here, I'm gonna pull this up, and some of this I'll be like, okay, that's going too far, because he has allegedly been swatted. And if he has actually been swatted, I don't think that's correct. I think that's wrong. And whoever did it, like, should go to jail. I am kind of in the camp that I would like to see proof of it, because there are a lot of people that say they're swatted, and then they're not actually swatted. So I don't know how much I believe that, but this is kind of what he decided to say after the initiative basically was over and he had lost.
County trying to say that a rescue was an animal horde. I've been called a pedophile, zoophile, rapist, corporate plant, degenerate, narcissist, nepo baby, and many other names.
I'm never going to get over the fact
and they
he
attack
takes
all the accomplishments
Nepo
of
Baby
a
so
red life
hard,
despite physical evidence to
Well, what's funny is there is video proof out there of him calling himself a nepo baby. Did you know
Is
that?
there? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That
I'll
nobody
have to
should
find
be
it later.
swatted, but I will say I've only ever believed the people who have presented evidence in the affirmative. I believe iDubbbz has in fact shown when he's been swatted and stuff like that. And I might not like him, but nobody should go through being swatted. And the thing about if you're a streamer and you're on stream all the time, it should not be too difficult to show, yeah, this is where I was swatted. Because
Yeah.
usually on the stream you see it getting weird, oh, hold on, I have to take care of something, or, there is some kind of evidence in the affirmative they even swatted. Pirate Software, I'm not saying that you didn't get swatted, but a big thing that people love to do when they are kind of backed to two corners is like, oh, woe is me, I'm being attacked, I'm having death threats, I've been swatted. Well, how true is this? We don't actually know. And I'm not saying you have to provide proof for every claim, but for something as serious as swatting, I would like to see some evidence.
No, yeah, I would like to see some evidence too, because it's just like, if he was swatted, that means that some of his information is out there. So what he should do, obviously block out your address. Block out your address, but like, show it on screen. Just show on screen, this is the police report. That shows it off, I don't know, because here's the thing, there
Wait
are
a
a lot
minute,
of
Eli
times
said something interesting. At YouTube, there's honestly no proof he was swatted. Plus he said in a past stream, he has already reached out to the local authorities in his area in the state of Washington to have his address put on a list to avoid being swatted.
Yeah, he had
So
talked
how are you
about that
swatted
before.
if this is this is an issue because he is a he touts himself as an ethical hacker. He's won like hacking convention contestants or
In
competitions
teams, don't
and
forget
stuff
that.
before. You know OPSEC. You know how to prevent this kind of stuff, and you're telling me that you didn't prevent this when you bragged about already taking measures so this can't happen. Again, this just tells me that you weren't swatted.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm like not really sure how much I believe it. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know. I would like to see some proof, but
Oh, so yeah, somebody mentioned that on a team never by himself. So one of the things people talked about is that every DEF CON he's ever won was in a team of 10 or more. So I'm not saying that he hasn't done any like hacking work. I am saying that people try and make it like he's just absolutely owning these competitions all by himself. No, he's had massive
Look,
teams
the
of people
hacking work
backing
that
him.
he is good at, and I'm not saying that he's probably decent at like back end, like behind the keyboard stuff, sure. But all of the things and podcasts and stuff and the brags that he has talked about regarding DEF CON has been his social engineering ability and his social hacking skills, which
Yeah.
is just like, okay, you are able to be a people person to put yourself in a position to better perform a hack or an objective, but it's not really like hacking skill. It's in the skill set, but it's not by itself a skill. You need to be
It's not
supplemented with all the other
technically
stuff.
no. not really.
Exactly.
At least in the
It's social
traditional way
hacking.
people think of.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem that not enough people really call him on, is that he says a lot of stuff that he knows how people take it, but he just pretends like, oh no, they'll know what I'm talking about. No, you know that's not true. You know when you say
and I
hacker,
would say too,
people
like in
think...
hacking, a lot of stuff with hacking is social stuff. Like you have to be able to do that. It makes it easier. But again, it's not Mr. Robot style stuff. It's not the stuff that we have seen hackers be able to do without setting foot in a building. That's what's impressive.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
knows that people think of like the Mr. Robot thing, and it's the same thing when he talks about being a game developer. He knows for a fact that when he says that, people think, oh, you're the guy that sits in the chair and writes the code. And he's not. He was a QA tester.
Speaking of, let me look on his Heartbound page. See if Steam has updated the.
I didn't
thing.
know this, by the way, until I saw the Coding Jesus video. Have you seen the Coding Jesus video?
I have. His coding
I have
is
seen the
ass.
entire Coding Jesus
No,
video.
not the his coding his ass part, but did you hear the part where Coding Jesus said that he was like just sifting through all of his coding streams and realized he had never once in his entire history done coding on stream?
No, he was always just
Wait,
showing
what?
it. He's never actually typed. Yeah.
He's never
yes,
coded
yes,
on
coded?
stream. He shows
Yeah, we've never
bits
seen
of his
him.
code
We've seen
on
him
stream.
change values. We've seen him. Yeah, we'll see him basically show the code he's quote unquote done, but we've never actually seen him hands the keyboard typing out lines of code. We've
You're
never seen
kidding me. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I have never watched any of his streams because I just found that programming streams boring. But if he's never done any programming, is it time to call into question if the programming is even his?
No, I think it's
no,
his.
no,
It's
it's
bad
not,
enough that a
because,
regular person would have done it.
Yeah, exactly. And I will say too, like, because a lot of what he does with Heartbound, and he knows and is familiar with Lua. I don't know if Heartbound's coded in Lua, but the logic is there. And I've seen a lot of his stuff while watching Coding Jesus's videos. Going, this is going to be very hard on the system. It can do it, but it's redundant, and it's just like, dude, you're going over archives that are just far, like, you don't need to actually visit these archives, but every time you have the system do that, it's going to slow everything else down while it does that first before doing the thing that you're supposed to do in a single room that you're in.
Chat says Coding
So, yeah,
Jesus
it's
believes his code was
messy.
AI generated. The reason I will say, chat, I don't believe that is because his game has been in development for like 7 years.
Yeah, maybe now some of it could be, but like his game has been in development longer than coding has been part of the AI structure. So
He is unironically yandere dev tier.
yes, well,
Shit code, and it's
No,
been in
he has-
development for decades.
unironically, and believe it or not, fucking Cameron told me this. I don't remember when, but he told me this. Cameron told me that Yandere Dev actually had like a system for coding. What he would do is he would get up in the morning and he would spend 3 hours of his day playing gotcha games in
What
the
the
dev
fuck?
chat. No, yeah. So like what he would do is he would get into the dev chat of the Yandere Dev like developer Discord, and he would just sit in there and play gotcha for 3 hours, and then he would go program for 6 hours, and then he'd go do whatever fuck else for the rest of the day. So
He is
believe it or
unironically putting
not,
in more work than Thor for some reason.
I I was gonna say,
Well, I would say,
Yandere
looking
Dev.
at Thor's code, it does remind me of, I would never call myself a coder. Even as much as I've done writing my own mods and stuff for Project Zomboid, it's really just editing and me looking at the logic of the strings and then figuring it out from there. It
Yeah.
reminds me of my code. Looking at his code. It reminds me of somebody who's taking a look at it and is autistic enough to see the logic in it and edit it, but not like schooled enough to know that, okay, this is not the most efficient way to get this done. And I think that's all Coding Jesus pointed out, and Thor lost his goddamn mind about it.
I didn't actually see his reaction. What ended up happening?
Yeah.
Dude, Thor, it's just, I mean, let's, ad hominem and character assassination out the ass on Thor's part.
Okay. So
Yeah,
he
I
doesn't
admittedly
have
haven't
any
watched
actual criticisms.
the response yet.
Let me see if I can find it, because it was pretty decent
I mean, I'm down to watch
in terms of
it.
just crash out.
I think we should probably just watch it on our own later, to be honest.
Fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair. Anyway, let's finish this.
Proved to the contrary. And they also went after every job I ever held, trying to say that I never worked them, or if I did work them, that I never deserved them. So I'm going to be honest with you. I hope that your initiative gets everything you asked for, but nothing you wanted.
So he's really upset because I think what he is saying here is he's upset because he thinks that the Stop Killing Games people caused him to have all of these problems. And it's just like, well, yeah, there's probably some bad actors in Stop Killing Games because there's bad actors in just about anything. But I'm sorry, Thor, it's more than just that. You know what I mean? Because this is what happens when you're just a shitheel and you get more and more and more anti-fans over a long period of time. So
I will say this too, like that statement is coming from somebody who got everything they wanted but nothing they asked for, or reverse that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
because he's currently finding out. He did the fuck around portion a while ago.
Yeah.
It's all very funny to me. Like maybe that's mean, but I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, you know what, you kind of deserve this a little bit.
Mizu, we're far past the point where you should just be a little nice. Like there's periods where it's just like, you know, be nice just a little bit. Nah, for Thor, fuck him. He doesn't deserve to be nice to. All right, the way that he's acted, the lives that he's impacted.
To private parts after he fucking acted and fucking boasted and intimidated on stream. Oh, hey, we're gonna have to take legal action against that one guy. Like, what? You're talking to a fake lawyer who lives in freaking Brittany. He isn't even freaking licensed to practice law in Britain, let alone the United States, and you're acting like, oh, hey, I got this lawyer friend guy who's gonna get you. Like,
that was
fuck
cringe.
you, dude. I'm sorry, absolutely fuck you.
That was really cringe.
The DMCA, yes.
Extremely cringe. Not just the DMCA, the fact, like, his whole performance online, where he's like, oh, hey, I forgot the guy's name, Kronos or something like that. He's like, we're gonna have to do DMCA against that guy, and like, he's acting like this dude of his mod or whatever is this copyright lawyer, of which he's not at all. He's not licensed to practice in any country, the one he lives in, or United States. And it's like, dude, you knew what you were doing. You had to have known. Like,
it was a scare tactic.
Like, yeah, it was, and yeah, it's just gross. Gross.
He's gross.
He's disgusting.
He's disgusting. Exactly. Chat's asking what he means by his saying. So chat, the what I believe he was saying there is he hopes that the initiative passes, but he hopes that everything that people want is not going to happen, basically.
No,
like, he's gotten to the point.
This is a common thing people have said in the past. What he's saying is he hopes that when it passes, it basically ruins everything you were hoping for it to achieve.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was going for. Yeah, pretty much.
It's a pretty common sentiment for people that are just upset.
Yeah.
People are spiteful.
It just continues to show how much of a bitch he is.
And it's one of those things, like, I don't understand why you're, like, this much of a butthead about this. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. Especially this.
And here's the thing, too. A lot of the accusations, the things that he says as he's been called and stuff, this did not come from the Stop Killing Games, the Stop Killing Games people. This came from the WoW community. This came from the freaking Second Life community. This came from the people, the ghosts of your past, who have consistently followed you and waited for opportunities to bring up these aspects of your past. Just because Stop Killing Games put more of a spotlight on you does not mean it was those people who brought these allegations against you. The people who did that are the same people who've been doing it for years.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. It's not uncommon, and I think Mizu understands this as well, when you're on the side of a movement and the opposing side, when they really don't have any good arguments, all they're going to do is just say, your audience is attacking me, saying things that are not true about me. I'm just going to say you suck, and I hope you don't get what you want. I feel like that's something that we've seen time and time again.
Oh, all the time. And I hate it because people allow it to pass. And like in a week you'll hear, I've already seen it from people. It's like, well, did you see what they said about Thor? I don't care what they said about Thor, because I didn't say that about Thor.
Mm-hmm.
I never told anybody to say that about Thor. I never implied that about Thor. I don't understand why you're sitting here looking at me and saying, well, what about all these other people? I'm not the other people.
It's like, why the fuck am I supposed to... See, that's the thing that bothers me. And I want to rant about this for a moment. It's just like, why is it convenient for some people to say, oh, I'm not in charge of my audience. My audience can be cute, ooh, fun, little does jokes and shit. But if it's your audience, you're responsible for everything they say. And if somebody in your audience does something stupid, well, you got to answer for it and you got to apologize for it. And it's just like, no. I'm really fucking tired of seeing and it's a double standard that pisses me the fuck off. Like
Rules for thee, but not for me.
Yeah, essentially so. Yeah, it's like I made a thread on it on X the other day because it was just like, why is it that like, you know, whenever you get a big content creator that everybody really likes and they get into controversy because of something that one of their alleged fans did, it doesn't matter because, like, we all rightfully recognize that creator is not responsible for their audience. But when it comes to somebody that's slightly controversial for all the wrong reasons, it's just like, well, what about all these people in your community? And it's just like, excuse me? It literally makes me, Mizu, it makes me want to go like Ethan Klein demon mode on some people. If you understand what I mean.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Like, it legitimately pisses me off. It makes me want to like shake some people and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get off the fucking internet. Troglodyte. I don't know. I just don't like it when that happens because it's just like, I know that Pirate Software has done that. I know a lot of content creators, especially recently, that have done that, and I'm done with it. I'm really done with it. It's just like, if you don't like me, say it to my face, but the moment you do this, I'm gonna hold you to your set standard and you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Because then at that point you can be like, okay, so every time somebody's mean to me, I can say it was your fans.
Exactly. I've been tempted because recently a certain bad-faced elf decided to talk about me, and I was like, you know what? If this is the game we're gonna play, then I'm just gonna play your game. I'm not gonna do it because even though people tell me I'm too nice and that I need to slap back, I'm not gonna play the same game because then that certain bad faith elf is gonna turn right back around and cry harassment and shit. But it's just like,
oh, they're gonna cry.
I'm really tired of it. Yes, essentially so. Yes, pretty much. And it's just like, I'm tired of it, man. I'm really tired of it. Like, it's one of the things where it's just like, one day I am gonna make more videos about it and just be like, these people are sons of bitches. These people are horrible pieces of shit. They try and hold people to standards that they themselves can't hold.
Hey, no, chat. I'm not the bad face elf. This elf has far bigger boola.
Yes, you are not the bad faith elf. The elf I'm talking about doesn't know when to apologize and doesn't know when to.
In fact, they're not an elf
right
anymore. I'm similar to taking one's man card or woman card. I'm taking their elf card.
Yes, we'll take the elf card. They're not an elf anymore.
Yeah, I can do that.
Pretty much. You are small and you are cute and funny enough. You're also a lawyer, so the lawyer you have the right to revoke somebody's citizenship. There you go. Yeah. You are petitioning for the revoking of your...
The judge is actually a giant raccoon that lives in a tree. I've already sent in the motion.
Ava can petition to revoke another knife ear's citizenship on the grounds of them being a crybaby. I was hoping it was a different elf. Sorry, chat. Sorry. Don't...
Make elves great again. So sad.
I know a lot of good elves, actually. One of my good friends in VR chat, she's a dark elf, and she likes to take booby pictures of herself. No, there's a lot of good elves. There's just a few where it's just like, you're fucking dumb.
There's a lot that are
bad-faced.
They like the aesthetic.
But anyway. Exactly. Speaking of aesthetic, okay, can we talk about how there's too many fox VTubers?
Oh my god, yeah.
I have been tempted.
But they're almost as many tiger.
Kind of.
Taiga, rather.
I would say that well, there's a lot of taigas, but there's not as many as there are foxes. So I've been tempted.
No, there's foxes fucking everywhere.
There is. I thought it was like bunnies when they would I guess they fuck like rabbits.
The problem with the bunnies is every bunny VTuber names themselves Usagi.
Yeah, yeah, it's so
That's true.
true.
That's true.
There's not as many of them as there are foxes, but every single one of them names themselves Usagi. Whereas it's, other than one person, it is very rare for a fox VTuber to call themselves some variation of Kitsune.
Yeah. But no,
That's
like,
true.
But the bunnies
I
all
have-
fucking name themselves Usagi.
this is true, except for Pippa. Pippa's like the exception to the rule. But I have been tempted, unironically. I don't know how I would do this. I know that Ari would be all for it, but I've been tempted to get fox ears, but they wouldn't just be normal fox ears, all right? It would be like tentacles in the shape of fox ears, and they could be summonable on this model and the clown model. And then that way I can, because like, there's just so many fox girls, and I see them like saying, oh my gosh, we need to start clubs and shit. I was like, okay, I want in on that. So I'm gonna get fox ears, and then we'll then I'll just pretend that I'm a fox VTuber. I can add fox, octopus, VTuber to my list.
I don't see why not.
Is Saba a fox? No, she's a cat. Saba's a catfish, chat. Excuse me, no, she's just a
I
fish.
thought Saba was a dogfish.
Speaking of, did you see that Saba has a new height? She used to be like 35
Yes,
centimeters.
I'm officially taller.
Are you?
So happy.
Well, what's your
Yeah,
height?
by only like an inch. My lower height is like 5 foot even.
Ah, okay. Well, I don't know the conversion to
She's like
weird.
4'11".
Well,
But,
fair
it's
enough.
like-
I don't know the conversion.
Yeah, I'm only like an inch tall.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't really know the conversion, but like I think her new height that she showed off was like 130 centimeters or some shit like that. And everybody's like, that's quite the growth spurt, man. That's 100 centimeters on you right now. Which was pretty funny.
True.
Oh, it's pretty funny. But yeah, so lots of fox girls. All right. And I'm thinking about getting tentacle fox ears just for funsies. And we'll make them fluffy on the inside. I don't know.
That's what she said.
Yes, it is. Every 30 centimeters is about 1
I'm not-
foot, and sub is 150. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Sorry, what were you saying, Ava?
I don't remember.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Is there anything else you guys wanted to say about Pirate Software before we move on to some VTuber
Yes,
stuff?
Pirate Software Stinky.
Stinky?
I don't have anything I want to say.
Fair enough.
Like, look, he's super cringe, and I'm kind of fine with just leaving it at that with him for the most part. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fair. That's fair. It kind of reminds me, like, because here's the thing. 6 months ago, I would say a lot of people would say that Pirate Software was pretty beloved, even through a lot of the other controversies that hit him. And I think now it is like a safe opinion to hate him. Because I saw a lot of VTubers on the VTuber scene saying, this guy is a piece of shit and we hate him. And I'm just sitting here like, why am I always the first one on the train? You know what I mean? It's just like, why is it that I'm always the first? It's just like, Mizu, you and I need to start recording our when we take our takes. So whenever we see people saying, oh my gosh, we hate this person, you and I can just show up and say, I hated him first. I feel like I need some laurels here. All right. Because I was right. I knew I was right. And everybody got upset at me because I said so. It's exactly the same with fucking Ludwig, because Ludwig is taking some heat right now. I don't know if either of you saw that.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
can't. I think I said I didn't like Ludwig, but I don't want to say that just to be like, oh, I always get it.
Fair enough.
Think I did, but I possibly didn't.
I'm gonna say you probably did. I don't think we've talked about him like in depth. Ludwig is the guy that had the VTuber debut, and then I came out with my gay.
Oh yeah, I
VTuber
did
take.
say that he was stupid with the VTuber debut thing, and I didn't like
Did
it.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
See, it's right
Yeah, I had a
again.
problem with Ludwig since I think he done trash take podcast with like Chris who the fuck am I talking about? Connor VA, C.VA. But I remember seeing something where CDV was talking about Ludwig and his visitation to Japan, and how Connor had to consistently shoot down Ludwig's video ideas because they were just straight up illegal.
Yeah.
And that's when I went, okay, what the fuck? Yeah, well, yeah, good on Connor for like being like, yeah, no, you can't pull Johnny Somalis. You can't do that shit. But that's what like tipped me off about him. Like, oh, something's up with it. Like, if Connor had to stalk him so often that he actually had to talk about it on stream. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. So yeah, chat. So I made a video recently about this. I'm not going to play any of it. Just wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on it. So, I was right about Ludwig. I will accept apologies from all the VTubers, because there was a lot of VTubers, all right? A lot of VTubers. They're just like, stop being such a bigot. We cannot gatekeep in our space. Our space is for us, and we let in everybody. And I know there's like a lot of like quote unquote la-based VTubers who are like that with me too. And they were just like, we don't like you because you said that he can't come in. And it's just like, I'm waiting for people to start saying that they hate him too. Because more recently, he's like gotten in trouble with both the left and the right. He let his buddy Mango, who is a Smash player, already a red flag, I know. Actually, the guy in the background. So this Mango guy has an alcohol problem, like a really bad alcohol problem. And
yeah, let's say he's your late stage 2 or early stage 3 alcoholic.
Yeah. And what Ludwig did is he invited this guy to a party where you're playing Mario Kart, but there's also alcohol laying everywhere. So he actively invited a alcoholic that has issues with alcohol to his party. And what happened is what everybody would expect happened. Guy got fucking blasted. He blew a .32, which for those that don't know, that is like nearing the lethal limit. I think the lethal limit is .40. It's something after that. I don't know. But he was getting towards the lethal limit, and he was encouraging him to do it the entire time. And what ended up happening is Mango started sexually harassing a bunch of women, and Ludwig had to ban him from the event. And it's just like, I do believe
that, but not before he did a lot of fucking like attempting to make light of what happened. Like when the girls were talking about how drunk Mango was, he's like, oh well, man, you haven't even seen it. Like he's got to get these numbers up. Like Ludwig's response only became appropriate when it became obvious to him that it was an issue.
Well, you want to know what it was?
Up until then, even when it was an issue, Ludwig was still all game for it. Yeah, let Mango party.
Yeah. So what happened was, after the party, because he actually says this on camera. After the party, his girlfriend is what came up to him and said, hey man, this was bad. This was bad. And I think it took his girlfriend saying, dude, this was fucked up, for him to realize, oh fuck, I fucked up. And
of course it was another, like, God, all these pussy whip approval.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, it's really just funny because like kind of with Pirate Software, he kind of just toes the line and has he's kind of middle of the road in terms of takes, because he typically is like, he's like the cool, chill guy that everybody likes to hang out with. But then you start to realize the more you hang out with him that he's just like a piece of shit and you really don't care to hang out with him. And so I'm 2 for 2, I guess, on like saying that people are bad and people telling me I'm stupid and then me being right. So it's giving me a little bit more confidence.
I mean, he's like only 1 or 2 steps down from like, yeah, old school Vine, bro, like freaking Jake Logan Paul style. Like
he might have been on Vine, I don't remember.
No, I don't think a lot of people realize.
But that's the energy he gives me.
That like a lot of the favorite creators in the kind of Twitch space came from Ice Poseidon's IP2 stuff.
Was Ludwig from IP2?
I don't know if he was. I'm just saying like a lot of the people that kind of end up with this popularity thing typically come from that area. And they all have sort of adopted a similar like outlook to how they act in real life.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. And also the same with the content
yeah, it's
as
all
well.
these types of people. Oh yeah, big time. The content is pretty much like 1-to-1. Usually the same stuff. The thumbnails are very similar and everything.
Well, it's not even just that. Again, it's just like if you think about the content, again, get a guy that's a very big alcoholic to a party and try and get him to the lethal limit of alcohol. That's like IP2 levels of content right there. That's how low level scum of the earth the content is. So it's just like, you know, I don't know if he is actually from old IP2, but I believe it. With how he's acting, I believe it. He's a Hassan Orbiter. Oh, I know he's a Hassan Orbiter. That's another reason why I don't like him and I wanted to gatekeep him.
Mudwig strikes me as somebody
evil.
who should be living in a content creator house.
He does with his girlfriend. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like him. And what's funny is now everybody on the left and the right is slowly turning on him because they recognize that he let priorities, or will, to be honest with you, good priorities. They recognize that he let a friend in and let them get drunk so that they sexually harassed a woman. So,
What's actually really funny because somebody said guilt by association is bad when it comes to some of the acting. Look, we have just been talking about Ludwig's actions by himself, not his association with Hassan. He's recently in hot water with Hassan's fans and stuff because he had a somewhat critical take, like that did not favor Hassan, and basically he's been cannibalized by his own followers as a result because this is what happens when you have no spider principles.
Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. Well, what's funny is what kind of got people to start turning on him is, so you guys know Creator Clash 3 is dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Creator Clash 3 is dead. They haven't really said why. They just said that they're not doing it. I kind of felt like when they said they were going to postpone it and move it, it was dead. Because there's no way in a couple of months you can get a very decently sized arena in LA to schedule you a couple months out. You probably need more than a couple months out to do that. So like it was kind of an inevitable thing to have them cancel. Ludwig actually came out and had a good take. And his good take was, yeah, I think that iDubbbz was retarded for making that content cop. And it probably did contribute to the event dying. And everybody... all of the Hassan Orbiters were really upset with him for it. It was hilarious.
You support genocide?
Yeah,
what
that was unironically. Unironically, I swear I saw a comment like that. I swear there was a comment like that.
No, they took like Ludwig had a half decent take on what caused the Creator Clash cancellation, and everyone went, oh, so you're a Zayas, oh, so you support genocide. It's like, dude, he said none of that. Are you this fucking preying on it? Politically and like just in general, that you went from mildly critical of iDubbbz and Hassan, instantly you're a genocide supporter. That's insane. You can't make that. Where is the logic leap there?
Like it is hilarious because just like, oh, you saying it's not Ethan Klein's fault, so you support genocide? It's like, no, I just don't think that you can blame this on Ethan Klein when Ethan Klein didn't take the first shot. It's funny. It's tragic, but it's funny. And like Thor, he's kind of like another death by 1,000 cuts. But yeah, broken clock and all that jazz. Exactly. Anyway, you guys want to talk about Gunpei and how Gunpei is like, they've sold their model and resurfaced. And a lot of people found it very quickly. I saw that Lumi found it very quickly. I don't know how she found it very quickly. I was kind of surprised.
Everybody was talking about it. I don't know.
Was everybody talking about it?
I think she had to have told somebody because people caught on to it way too quickly.
What does the proposed note say?
I think Gunpei just doesn't it's not good at rebranding.
Also possible.
I think whatever happened, it was just so obvious, and the OXEC was so bad. It's like, yeah, this is fucking Gunpei.
Proctor found it. I'm not going to give Proctor the satisfaction. I'm sorry. But yeah, so this is Gunpei. For those that need a refresher, Gunpei is the individual that tried to threaten Kusa, the plushie maker that makes a whole bunch of different crocheted plushies. I have one. I believe that Mizu has one. We need to get Ava one day. They're not that expensive. It's just you got to pay for the shipping. And Gunpei found out that Kusa made one, and she freaked the fuck out. And everybody rallied around Kusa because, you know, Kusa's pretty cool in my personal opinion. You should follow them. And Gunpei kind of like was on the downward trend of that. And then everybody found out that Gunpei, who does girlfriend streams, had a boyfriend, and a lot of people lost their minds as well, as opposed to that.
Which was
so
funny.
Gunpei was kind of funny, yeah. It was very funny. And it led to her basically like losing
A lot.
Yeah, she lost like a lot of traction and shit. So what ended up happening is she sold her VTuber model. Now somebody did buy it. I can't remember how much. It was like over $2,000, I think. But she sold her VTuber
Jesus.
model. And so here's the fun. You think that sounds like a lot? It comes with the model. I guess she had a chibi model and a mascot model, and she had a whole bunch of art and she had a whole bunch of shit that came with it. So you really, when you think about it, you're not just paying for the model, you're paying for the entire brand.
Yeah.
And now, personally, I'd still pay less for it because the brand is kind of tainted by the I don't know. Do you guys think that's a fair price for it? I don't know.
Well, that's kind of the thing. Like when pricing, like, and selling a brand like this, it's like, okay, well, how valuable is the brand? For some reason, somebody thought it was worth $2,000. I don't think it's worth that much. I think Gunpei did far too much damage to that VTuber persona in order for it to be viable or profitable for anybody else. But I was the one who sold it, so it doesn't really matter to me. It really matters to the buyer.
Well, there's that, but there's also kind of the fact, and I've talked about before, but VTuber models don't go up in value. They depreciate in value very quickly. Solely because people, when they want a model, they want two reasons. They want a model that kind of relates to them and speaks to them. So having like sort of a model forced upon you doesn't really work for most people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the second reason I have is the fans don't like seeing it change. So like it's not just the fact that your model by itself has less intrinsic value to another person. Fans don't like to see models swap hands and go to new.
Not really, no.
So once they know that you have bought a pre-made model that is under a pre-existing identity, they kind of stop liking it as much.
Pretty much. And so once people kind of found out this is where she was, as you can see, this tweet got a shit ton of attention to it. Like a shit ton. It's kind of funny how much attention it got. She immediately locked the replies as well. Probably because a bunch of people in the hidden replies started saying a whole bunch of things about her. Like, oh my gosh, it's Gunpei and all that kind of shit. And she got community noted as well. There's one community note that's proposed. But like, she's kind of she tried to be honest, but it's one of those things where you like, I don't know. You might need to.
It was too
if
late
you want
for
to start
her,
over.
to be quite frank.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think she can't come back?
I don't. It's not that I don't think she can't come back. I think she has to make sure people don't clock her as her. And to be fair, and this is going to be a hot take, I do think people are going a little too hard on her.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying she's not a dickhead, but I am saying it's one of those situations where at what point has someone been punished enough? You know?
It is the internet, Mizu, and you and I both know how people choose to act, so...
Yeah. I'm
They'll
kind of the
stop when you're
opinion she's
dead.
probably been punished enough.
You think so?
Yeah.
Alright, chat, what do you think? Has she been
Yeah.
punished enough? Or do you think she needs more punishment? There's a limit. I agree. There definitely is a limit.
Because
I don't know.
It's already reached the point where it's like, what do you want out of her specifically?
Uh-huh.
Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Because she's already like swapped entire models and kind of dipped her old account and has to start over from scratch. Personally, I think that's kind of like a fair trade-off based on like the other stuff that happened.
It's pretty expensive to do as well.
Yeah.
Pretty damn expensive.
So yeah, I'm kind of
I don't
the
know.
thought that like, okay, it was fair. It's over.
Audience wouldn't trust her. Well, she'd be going for a completely different audience, chat. That's the thing. She kind of has to at this point. She courted the GFE audience. Yeah. See, I thought about it for like 2 seconds. I was like, yeah, no, that's a bad idea. Don't ever do that. If you want, this is my advice for VTubers. One, obviously, don't ever show your face because that's gonna lead to more issues as well. But don't do GFE experience unless you're willing to be single forever. Because if you are not single, somebody's gonna find out. Somebody's gonna find out. The wrong person is going to find out.
Even if they
that
don't
you
find
are.
out, they'll just make something up that sticks well enough that ruins it anyway. Like, just GFE content is ill-advised.
Yes.
Very toxic.
It is. And unless you're trying to get the people that are into you that like cuckoldry, I don't think that it works out. Occo could do GFE. I just said I'm not going to do GFE. It doesn't matter if I'm single or not. I'm probably just a bad idea. All right. So most
you should do the ODE instead. The
What's
Occo
that?
Dom experience.
Oh, well, what I was considering doing, you know, Mizu does his funny pictures sometimes. Maybe I'll do something like that in the future. I don't know, but no, I wouldn't do GFE. It's a bad idea.
I mean, it is.
Excuse me.
Occo
I
or
just
Dom
never-
Lamau. Chat's already making
mean-
fun of you and you haven't even started yet.
Yeah, I think chat knows that I'd be too mean as a dom, so I have to be a sub just to
Cope.
I have to be a sub just so I don't hurt anybody's feelings.
So much cope.
No. Oh goodness. So the elf replaced the fish. No, me and Mizu are kind of doing a rotating cast of people right now. And
But I
might
think we are
eventually-
open to a permanent one. It has to be the right
yeah,
fit.
pretty much. It's kind of like we're in.
This is
We're
your
doing
interview.
a cast. Exactly.
The casting
oh
couch.
shit! Wait,
I was I was gonna say it's the casting.
Casting couch, holy shit!
We should have. Mizu.
You're doing what's known as an audition tour.
Rebranding
Mizu,
this
should-
show to the casting couch.
We should totally do a screen where it's just us on a couch, man. Like, maybe
already
we
have
get
that on
Twitter.
People get upset
And
about
it's
that
Raging
header.
Bull behind the camera.
No, but seriously, we just like get a slide for OBS where we're all sitting on the casting couch. Just do that. That would be fantastic. And the next time we have somebody be like, "This is your interview to see if we want you on the show permanently," and they're like, "Why am I on a couch?"
It's okay, drink this. Don't worry about how it tastes.
Exactly.
All right,
Oh,
calm down,
how
Jeffrey
long can
Epstein.
you? How long can you hold your?
I mean, I would say Bill Cosby more than Epstein, but
Oh, you'd rather be a Cosby than an Epstein?
no, I'm just saying, drink this. Forget about what it tastes like. Is more of a Bill Cosby tactic than a Epstein tactic. I don't know what an Epstein tactic would be.
Why don't you want to take a ride on my plane?
I don't know. Writing your name down in a non-existent client list.
Oh no.
Yeah, chat, we don't get
Lotion on the
political here,
skin.
but apparently there is no Epstein client list. Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It was a
there is no
ruse.
Epstein.
No, to be clear, I will be very careful here because their wording and everything. They say that there is no evidence that Epstein blackmailed higher up officials or kept a client list. Yet there is somehow 300 gigabytes of evidence of Epstein, and only Epstein, basically like victimizing like well over 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Somehow by himself.
Yes. By himself.
That
Nobody
is
else
what
was
is being
involved.
alleged.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, and
What was that?
Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, who said she had the client list on her desk waiting for review, then walked that back, said the Dems must have stolen it. Now it doesn't exist at all. All I know is this is it's very bizarre.
No, what she meant to say was she wasn't talking about the client list. She was talking about all of it. She actually clarified. No. I was talking about the entirety of the Epstein files, not just the client
Yeah,
list.
I don't give a fuck. She's a lawyer. She knows better.
Exactly, she is a lawyer. That's the problem, is that she's a lawyer.
Yeah, she is very aware of the vernacular that she used, and if the response was improper when Fox News asked her the question, she should have clarified shortly after or during the interview itself, not when it became convenient for her to change the narrative.
Yeah. I just, what's really funny is because Elon Musk is hated by Trump and vice versa, I've been seeing a lot of Epstein-based memes and pictures of like evidence of Epstein, like because some people just like have been tweeting out pictures of the flight logs just like on Twitter, and I'm just like, I feel like if Elon was best buddies with Trump, this wouldn't be here. So this is kind of crazy to see. And
What's funny to me about the whole thing is when that announcement in the memo came out the next day during a press conference involving Trump, the AG, and a bunch of his other cabinet, somebody asked about the missing minute of footage because apparently they released the common area footage of like the prison that Epstein was being held at, but there's a minute that's missing. A reporter asked a very reasonable question about that missing minute, and before Pam Bondi is able to respond, Trump asks if he can interrupt and say, "Hey, what's all the why are you still talking about this Epstein guy, huh? Why are we talking? You should probably stop asking questions about that. Dude, why are you getting so defensive? That's fucking weird."
Yep.
Like, regardless of how you feel about Trump, for him to interrupt the question and go, hey, why are we still talking about this guy? Even though we just released information on it the day before yesterday, and it's kind of your job as a reporter to ask these questions.
Yeah, I have issues. I have issues with it. It's one of those things where I'm just like, okay. My more right-leaning buddies told me that there was hope. Right now, my eggs are cheaper and my gas is just dipped below $2.99, which I have not seen in a long ass time.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, when I saw it, I legitimately had to do a double take. And so I was really
I will
happy.
say eggs have come down here too as well, finally.
That's good.
I will say I've never worried about gas because my business is partnered with BP for some reason. And like every month or so, we get like a full $1 off our gas per gallon. And
that's good.
yeah, like $1 off your gas per gallon like really adds up.
Dude, nobody knows it, but Mizu is just like sitting on like 555-gallon drums of like gasoline just in his garage right now.
I'm preparing for the
Well,
apocalypse.
He can't get rid of it fast enough.
Well, I mean, like, we are playing Project Zomboid, so Mizu's going to show his prep-free skills.
To be fair,
show
the second reset on Project Zomboid, the first thing I found was like a tanker that's supposed to be used like in universe for like vegetable oil or some shit, and I immediately filled it with like gas from a gas station all the way.
Yeah, he basically in an entire gas station is like, yeah, this is my gas now.
That's beautiful.
I own the gas.
Oh. Whoever controls the gas controls the universe.
Exactly.
yes, I released a little mod pack and everything. We have a dedicated server running for Lucky EN talents and friends.
Yeah. I'm down to play some of that, by the way, on camera afterwards. I just have to... Did we reset the server since I first made my character?
Yes.
Do I have to remake my character?
Yes, you do.
You might have to make it again. I'm gonna have to show you again.
Did you save your
because this
character?
is something that everyone has to learn. You can actually save your
Yes.
character appearance, and yeah, there you go. So you just load that preset, boom.
Yes. Does Lucky EN get free gas? No. We have to struggle for Rage to do things for
Actually,
us.
we had to pay Rage for the right to stream.
Exactly.
It's like a SpongeBob Mr. Krabs situation.
I have to pay you for the right to flip burgers every day. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. All right. So we don't have a whole lot more tonight, but we have the big thing that we have the thumbnail topic, and I'm still kind of workshopping my thoughts on this. I feel like I may not have articulated what I thought about this correctly in Discord, and I think I got some people mad at me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let Mizu talk about this first, and then I'm gonna explain myself and see if maybe I just said it wrong. But basically, what happened is Straub, wife to Rev Says Desu, former ASMRist, now full-time Christian, has been blacklisted from Makeship. And the reasoning that they give on this is because she is associated with Rev. And she is lamenting and upset about that on Twitter. And a whole lot of people are upset about that. And I want to say me and Mizu had some thoughts and opinions on that. So I'll let Mizu kind of give his big brain take for it.
What I said is I don't like it when businesses do this. I've kind of had this opinion ever since, and you've probably seen it, is there is a Medicare video where he discusses the concept of the bigot's dollar, and that there shouldn't necessarily be a difference between money from a bigot and money from like just a regular person. Like, not necessarily. However, there is, to a degree, some intrinsic value to publicly taking money from like somebody that society would consider like a bigot. I'm not saying Rev is a bigot. I'm just using this as the example because it's the example he used when he was discussing this. In that businesses don't want associations with certain people because it could negatively affect the amount of money they would get from other groups of people, right? So like it's kind of the Disney go woke, go broke thing. If you believe in Disney's go woke, go broke, you kind of also have to necessarily believe that there are reasons some businesses would feel this way about certain creators. That said,
pretty much.
Guilt by association is also bad. That said, also, you can't call your husband an association. That kind of downplays what it is. Guilt by association was kind of meant to be like your friends or some shit like that. Or maybe a family member, somebody you physically could not choose to be around.
Yeah.
But your husband is kind of pushing that term.
Well, so
To be fair, they're the ones who say, given your close association with rap.
Yeah,
if
but
I'm using their rubric and their standard and their vernacular,
yeah, but they say it because they're a business.
Personally, if I was Straw B, I know they're saying that because, but if I was Straw B and I responded, I wouldn't have responded first of all. But if I were to, I would have used their vernacular, my association with rap. So I understand why that vernacular is being used. I think that there is plenty that Makeshift could have done or used as a reason to separate from Strawby. Nothing against her. Her content's fine. You've seen my response to when they joined the Underthetea contest. Hey, I'm a fan and everything. But she tends to get in a lot of arguments and a lot of drama. She'll go into areas and just shits her. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but a business could see it as a brand risk. Now, Makeshift absolutely misstepped here. And instead of just owning the reason why they're actually deciding not to move forward with her is because she's too much of a brand risk herself, instead they decide to go the guilt by association route, which I cannot condone in any capacity. I'm sorry, you're wrong for the reasons you chose to state to her, but Straw B, obviously also is not alright for how they responded to this publicly, because if you were not black, like, I don't think coming out the gate this was a blacklist, but after this response from her, she's blacklisted now.
Yeah, so I have kind of 2 points to make from that. So the first point I kind of wanted to take from this is everybody said, because some people in the Discord said, oh, you're just giving guilt by association. And I'm like, I'm really not. Because here's the thing. Guilt by association, and people brought me and Mizu up as like as an example. And I was like, that doesn't work. Me and Mizu are not dating. We are not like, we're not even family members. We are two dudes that are multiple states away from each other, and we talk on the internet sometimes. Straub and Rev are married. They live in the same house, in the same area together. They see each other every single day, probably way more than a lot of people because he works at home. Same with her. They both do their shit from home. And she benefits directly from the content that he makes. And so the problem I have is, no, she does not probably always approve of the content he makes or know all of the content that he makes. I'm not saying that she always will. The problem I have is she directly benefits from the content that he makes. So in some way, she has a trust in him that he is going to make them money, that he's going to keep a roof over their heads, and she's going to trust that the content that he makes is something that she can stand by. And the issue I have is, like, she's trying to say, I am not associated with Rev or his content. And it's just like, yeah, you are. You trust enough that he's going to bring in money. So in a way, yeah, you are associated with his content. I can't agree with that.
Now, what I would say instead is this is something that they very much would believe because it's the exact type of thing that they try to push regarding Cinder and Redacted. So if I were to follow their logic and their train of law, like all of that, regardless if somebody is dating or a spousal, if they are doing two separate revenue streams and two separate channels and everything, then they're separate. They're not associated. Like in my mind, though, regardless of whether or not they live under the same rule. But because we know Straw B and Rev both are of the mind that Redacted and Cinder obviously are of the same, because they were together, they should be approval and on the same mind. So I'm going to just use their rubric for this and say that by your own rubric, this statement falls flat, because I'm not even using my logic. My logic is actually in contrast with this. But if I were to use yours, you should know, support, approve of, and be completely in light of everything that Rev does by your own words.
Yeah, well, what's funny is she has, and I know this based off of the brief time I spoke with her, is that she definitely thinks that everything that Cinder did was wrong, and she thinks that Cinder is a horrible person based off of the brief time that I talked to her about her. So it's just like, and I can understand what people are saying. The only reason why I am veering the way I do is, as opposed to Cinder, or who is in a long distance relationship, Straub is like in person, and again, like I said, she doesn't know everything and she may not approve of everything, but she is still a recipient of all the things that he does. And I don't know, again, maybe I'm off base on this, but I just look at it and I just feel like it's a little bit different because of how the system works. I don't know.
I think people should remain as individualized as possible, because I have a problem with, okay, well, because you are dating them or you are married to them, you benefit from what they do, therefore you're associated with, and that's inseparable. I don't agree with that. Just because every person is their own person, they have their own individual rights, and they should not be associated with something they might not want to. You know, Strappy obviously doesn't have like a super like phrasing view of some of the more controversial content that Rev does, but she still allows it to happen. But I like that kind of separation. If we were to go by their fucking standard, there should be no separation, but I don't like that. It doesn't sit right with me, and it's always been a problem with traditional like marriage, both legally and not legally. Just like you can't just fuse two people who are independent personalities together and like, yeah, what they do, they're associated, they have to be. Well, that's not fair to either of them.
That's not really what I'm saying. Oh, go ahead, Mizu.
No, I was gonna say, God, now I've lost it. You do your thing.
Oh, sorry.
Just don't loop on yourself too much. You're starting to loop on yourself a little bit.
No, I get it. It's just, when I was growing up, what I was taught is when a man and a woman get married, they are bound to each other to become like one in purpose. Not like one as one being, but like one in purpose. And so I've always seen, like, when somebody's dating, like, yeah, I know that they're not going to be one in purpose because they're still two different people. They are not like legally married. They're not, but they're also not spiritually married either.
You're recognizing the cultural significance of the marriage in the first place, still pretty much doing that. They're bound as one, they're bound in holy matrimony, all that. What I am saying is I am challenging that culture in of itself and saying it in of itself is toxic.
I guess fair enough. And again, I do see...
I remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, go ahead.
And me and Ava actually talked about this a little bit before the stream, but we kind of take issue with her saying that she's been blacklisted.
Yeah, big time.
Because like there's literally no indication that this company is blacklisting her. And not only that, blacklisting doesn't like when you say blacklisting, the average person does not assume that to mean this person has stopped working with me. They assume that to mean that you have now been put on a list with other people that is being shared around to more people. Not like this one specific person no longer wants to work.
Oh, Straub, I think me and Mizu know how that feels, and I'm sure you know what we're talking about. They only said they weren't renewing a contract.
Yes. Given your close association with Rev, we decided not to move forward with another campaign at this time. That in of itself, the language, everything there does not speak to me as somebody who's been blacklisted. Now, I will say, like, colloquially, because of Strawbee's response, and only because of her response, she probably has been blacklisted now, but she has been blacklisted through her own actions, proving herself to be a brand risk. Somebody who would rather air out these private grievances with a company in the public forum rather than just, being professional. That's what blacklisted her, not what the not the initial separation.
Yeah.
Also, I really
like
hate to bring stuff back around to me because I don't like seeming like spiteful, because I'm honestly not. I found that, in retrospect, I find the whole situation very funny. But I just found it very funny that I was criticized for days for not handling things in private.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my gosh, Mizu, why do you have to make a public tweet? Mizu, why can't you just DM somebody your criticisms of them in private, even though they don't talk to you? Why can't you just why do you have to go in public and say all these mean, horrible things about them? When literally, that's the thing that I hate the most about Straub, is she takes everything to the public all the fucking time. And chat, I'm going to tell you, I've been fed information. I'm not going to say it because I can't substantiate it, but I've been told things that this woman has always fucking done this. She has done this since the beginning of her time as an ASMRist. She was a catty bitch when she did nothing but ASMR. She's still catty now, in my personal opinion, and I just don't trust her whatsoever.
I mean, I remember watching the interview, like Rima's interview with Frobby and Rev, and like hearing how they met. They met basically Straub going into Rev's DMs to argue with him about something.
Yeah, she picked a fight with him.
That is how they met.
She picked a fight with him.
Yeah, exactly. And there you go.
Like, chat, she's not getting better, all right? She's basically the Melanie. She's basically the Melanie Mac of like VTubers, in my personal opinion. And yes, I mean that as derogatory as possible. She's the Melanie Mac of VTubers, where she's become a Jesus freak, and she's gonna like do a massive overcorrection of her content. but she is still going to act like she did in her ASMR days. And in fact, I feel like it's going to get worse, and she's going to do it in the name of Christ. And I don't really like that. All right. So
Look,
like I'm looking.
And this is a reason why like I will avoid talking about Straub as much as I can, because the harder they lean into the Christian thing, the more my upbringing, where like literally my grandparents sent me to theology college to be youth pastor. It's like that like hard store. I know the Bible far more than your average Christian, and when I see these types of people who stand on the religion as a principle and as an identifying part of them, I tend to tear them the fuck apart with the Bible just because somebody needs to.
Exactly. And it's just like I don't like this. I just don't like this whatsoever. All right. I think it sucks that she was let go from this thing. I don't think she should have been let go from it. All right. I mean, like, hands down. Well, I may have a I may have a developing take about how marriage works. I don't think she should have been blacklisted because of what her husband does. I don't really like how she's trying to separate herself from her husband in the sentences that she has here. But you know what? That's for her and him to kind of figure out between them, and whether or not that's an issue between them. But
I don't like the hypocrisy shown given their views on Cinder and Redacted regarding her attempt to separate this. I don't like Makeship for what they did, and like with the reason they listed, but I don't like Strawberry's response either. Like there's like
everybody
with the
here
Cinder
managed
situation,
to suck.
there's no exactly nobody here handled anything correctly.
Yeah, no, it's just like again, if I want to hold this woman to the standards that she tried to hold other people to a month ago, it's just like I don't feel bad for you in the least bit. But that's not the standard I'm going to hold her to, because that's not me. And I'm going to say, I hope that you don't get blacklisted. Because again, chat, I said this in Discord, by the way. This tweet right here is one of the worst things you can do. We talk about blacklisting. There are very, very, very careful times when you can say that a company is shit for what they have done. If a company is scamming people, if a company is actually like harming people with their products, and you as a content creator want to say something, there are situations for that. And I agree that talking about that is necessary. I think there was one recently. What was it? The fucking the coupon aggregator that everybody was talking about. I think it was like Linus Tech Tips got in trouble because he didn't talk about it. Anyway, this is not the right time to do it, because what she is doing is she is telling potential sponsorships to stay the fuck away from her. Honey, yes, honey is the idea. But like, I don't feel like this is the right opportunity to do this, because again, when we're looking at this here, I think the reason that they give a shit, and I personally would never work for somebody again if they told me that my spouse was the reason they don't want to work with me. Definitely wouldn't. But they're not saying they're not going to stop. They just said they're not going to do it at this time. And what this shows me is that she has not enough restraint to handle this like a professional. And what that's going to tell other companies is that if they slight her in any way possible, she's going to do this. And I don't like that.
It's a funny thing too that people haven't thought about, and this is speculation because I don't know anything about Makeship. I don't know any contracts that they might have regarding collaborations or campaigns and stuff like that, but it's very possible, and it's very common for companies like this to have NDAs that include like you cannot publicize correspondence between associates or representatives of our company and you. Now, I'm not saying she signed any of these contracts. I'm not saying Makeshift has one of these. But if they do, and if she did sign something, even in one of her previous campaigns, and she just publicized this private correspondence between the company representative and herself, she might be in violation of an NDA.
Which will fuck her even further.
You don't, well, like, because you don't just take an email or correspondence from a company and go, yeah, I'm going to display this in front of everybody and call them out publicly. You don't do that. Like, not only is it not professional, it could be not in line with legality.
It's ultimately just going to cause her more problems than it ever was going to fix by doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And
It is.
she's
It
not
is.
thinking about, like, future. She's thinking about the now. I can get one over on this company. But the future is
Mhm.
other companies seeing that and saying, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Again, like some people are like, we need to see what the bad companies are. And it's just like, I get it. Like when there's a really bad company, shout it out. This is not the opportunity. All right. This is not the opportunity to try and do this, because I guarantee to you future conversations are going to be shut because of this. I mean, like, here's the other thing. I already know that because Rev is quote unquote a brand risk to some people, that he already does have issues, and that he does probably have
to
limited
YouTube he is.
opportunities.
He still
he?
doesn't have a silver play button.
Oh, that's right. He still doesn't, and that's really fucked up. Even though I just kind of dislike him right now. I think he should still get it, because he should get it. But
Man
it's
his
just
button.
like, they give the man his button and then shut
Turn the
up.
button, then turn the button.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
the dumb
like,
thing that
how many
YouTube
times
has
over
been
has
doing
he?
with people is, like, people will earn the button and they won't give it to them because they don't like them. Like, it's just a fucking button, dude. It's not an endorsement of them. Just give them the button.
Well, they must like Kirsch enough, because Kirsch got her button.
Dude, 740k. He's earned that button 7 times over.
Yeah, just give the people the button.
That's funny.
Fucking button. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't understand why YouTube has so much of a trouble with this.
I don't know. But yeah, like this is, because here's the other thing that sucks, chat. Is again, I don't think that I think that this is bad, but I feel like this is, unfortunately, and again, guilt by association stuff, dumb. But like, this is going to have rippling effects, not just for her, but for Rev as well, because people are going to look at the fact that they're married and say, well, if this is what your wife is saying, and again, I don't agree with this, but this is the standard that has been set because of Cinder. But people are going to look at this and say, well, if this is how you're going to act, I don't want to work with him. So
Yeah.
You gotta
somebody
be
proposed a
careful.
community note. Wait, somebody proposed a community note for what? Here, let me refresh it.
Here, while you do that, I kind of wanted to just go down the list of super chats really quick, if you're fine with that.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I'm just going to do them kind of all at once, if you're good.
Yep, that's fine.
So, Wolfsbane for 2, Head Pat Ava. That was earlier. I think Ava already got that one. Magma for 5, going to be helping Armadillo and Zomboid now. We'll still lurk with you guys in the background. Also, Head Pats for the Lolly and Puddle. K Aguario for 5, I yearn for the crash. Don't threaten me with a good time, Thor. Referencing the video game Crash. A lot of people believe we are on the precipice of another one. Magma Fox for 5, there's not enough Fox Shoda. Is not. Mercenary for
Fox.
2. So Elf Lawyer replaced Derpfish. Nope, but we will... Elf Lawyer will show up, probably more often than not, if Elf Lawyer wants to.
Dirtfish is starting a job
Yes.
and streaming right now, I think. I think she's doing her own thing right
I
now.
don't think your job starts till next week. Or she actually
Yeah.
said on Twitter when it starts, but I forgot the specific date, my bad.
You're good, because I forgot to.
Artemis for 5. Do you guys think the essence of VTubing is dead? So many new VTweeter pre-debuts and new VTubers are just full-face lewd posting more than anything. I don't think the essence of VTubing is dead, personally. Although I do think we are hitting much quicker than we expected. The same issue with VTubing that we have been dealing with in anime, where it got mainstream very quickly, and now
Yeah.
we have to deal with all the normies kind of invading our space. What do you two
It's
think?
kind of been like, sorry, it's kind of been like that for a while. And I feel like last year is kind of when we saw it hit like maybe its peak, and I don't think the peak is kind of over, because again, like I said, we have Ludwig coming in, and then eventually, unfortunately, we're gonna have more people from Ludwig's ilk that will come in as well. Thank you, Iron Mouse. And because of that, I feel like we're just gonna have to deal with it. But we're going to have situations where we have characters like Saba that will gatekeep people by her mere existence. I don't know.
Yeah,
Fair.
I think that what we hit here is similar to what content creators on YouTube hit in like 2014, 2015, where like, okay, all the big names have been established, and then you've just had a lot of people who, sure, they were different, but they were more or less doing the same thing. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen a new VTuber who's pretty much just doing the same thing as many other VTubers do. So we have a little bit of an oversaturation problem, but nothing that YouTube and like the other sub communities of content creation have run into themselves. I mean, how many Minecraft YouTubers were there 3 years ago? It was YouTube was just the Minecraft platform for a minute, and yeah, sure, VTubers are reaching that point too, but it'll level out as the tourists are filtered out, basically.
Mhm.
Yes.
Pretty much.
So Mercenary for 5, it's real simple, guys. The American people are being held hostage. We're being a bargaining chip. Admittedly, I don't remember what we were talking about at that time. K Aguario for 2, the camera is not facing his cell at all. I never got to see the original footage, so wouldn't know. I don't doubt it, though. I don't doubt that they're just kind of lying their asses off about it. Time to head pat the Lily and Cinder, Wolfsbane for 2. Mercenary for 5. This is debanking. I am no longer getting from Makeship anymore. Understandable. Although I would hesitate to call it similar to debanking. It is very important we give debanking the very extreme, like, weight it deserves. Celia Knox for 2. I just see it as karma and deserved. And then finally, Rasmus for 20 kroner. Apply head pats to the lolly. You may continue with your business.
All right. Thank you for the super chats, by the way. Oh, before we continue, we got one more. By Avenged for 10. We are ODST. Oh, that's funny. That's great. That's great. What's debanking? Debanking is a bank telling you they will no longer take your money and keeping you from transacting with them.
This is typically said in reference to the like Visa and MasterCard more than anything. And it's one of those things, like I said, we need to kind of give it the weight it deserves. Because debanking really does like ruin people's lives.
Hell,
Yes,
it
because
can ruin entire industries' lives.
Yeah.
pretty much.
So I don't think we should call a VTuber getting told by a business as small as Makeship that they're not going to work with them anymore the same weight as the actual banks.
Yeah, it's not debanking.
Yeah, the actual bank saying that they will no longer take your money and you now have to go through a cashless society with cash.
Yeah, like a good example. Like it only now are banks getting pushed back on like payment processors not processing certain gun sales. Because gun sales has been like a controversial thing pretty much forever since payment processors have existed. And so if you were, some people just can't buy and sell guns unless they go to shady payment processors. And believe it or not, there are a couple of them that are kind of shady. I guess the farms is another good example, although I don't know how much like, I know that some people will still say it's wrong. I don't know how much people will feel sympathy for the farms because of how the admin has been acting.
I think that a payment processor should only exist, especially given so many of them are like FDIC insured and stuff like that. They should only exist to process payments. They are not a adjudicator. They are not to determine whether or not they're going to give their service, which is a required service to live in the society. They shouldn't be like drawing lines on moral, ethical, or even legal obligations. That is up for the authorities. That's up for the judiciary. That's like you're a payment processor. You should do nothing else but facilitate this payment. The end. Period.
Yeah.
That's all that should happen. And the fact that payment process have as much power as they do, just cutting a stop to an entire websites because they don't like the content that website produces, even if it's legal, that's incorrect. That's not appropriate. That's a complete overreach of power.
I agree. But no, yeah. I mean, like, again, it's one of those things where it's been slowly encroaching more and more. It's been happening with a lot of adult content, and it's just going to keep getting worse. I think Fansly is one of the best examples recently, where they banned furries and hypnotism, I think. And so furries can't make content on Fansly anymore. And I was like, oh, just no IRL stuff. They're like, nope, even animated stuff. So if you're a furry, can't, or like a special kind of demon that has more furry parts than human parts.
Yeah, Fansly released, well, no, not even that. You can't even refer to yourself as like a cat girl or a dog boy or anything like that. Like, you mean, even if all you have is like a pair of cat ears, that's not allowed on Fansly anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. Can't even use emojis or say puppy girl. Yup, pretty much. Pretty much. Payment processors have debanked DAs even. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's really insane.
I will say,
against,
like, when stuff like this happens, a lot of people are like, well, you're going to be upset when it comes for you. Bro, it came for me years ago, and nobody cared.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to push back against it. I'm still going to push back against it when I see it. But I get annoyed.
We've been pushing back against it for years.
Yeah. But the thing is, all of these people
Don't
just
come
give
at us
up on
when
it
you
when
were the
it's
first to
me.
be prosecuted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All these people that complain about it now, when it was me, when it was my friends, when it was other people, they were all like, yeah, you know, they kind of deserve it. So now I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say you don't kind of deserve it. But I'm still going to laugh at you for it happening to you because you didn't care when it happened to me. I can do both.
Pretty much. Cinder most affected. She's not even around right now. She's like waiting for her mom's house to be done. You know what I think is going to happen? Cinder's going to come around when her house is done. I bet you that's when she'll come back. It's enough time. I think she's like, you know what? Let's just take a break. And she's probably helping to build the house right now.
That's a possibility.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it's not like she needs to be around. She's still making tons of money even in a way.
Yeah, when you're a 10% owner of gamer subs, you don't really have to do anything.
Well, no, she's been going like, her streams have been blowing up.
Just like hype
You know
trains.
what?
Yeah, for no reason.
Okay. It's no surprise. I'm making a video about Cinder because I want to make a video about Cinder. Do you want to know what convinced me to do that? It was the hype train. Because like I was like chilling about this, and I was like, oh gosh, hold on. I don't know where that's coming from. I was chilling about the Cinder thing, and I was just like not thinking that it was ever really going to be talked about. I was thinking maybe one day I'll make a video as a retrospective. And then people started telling me that almost daily, or maybe not even daily, but just like very often, there are people that would like throw shit in her chat and start hype trains. And I was like, excuse me? Right now it seems that the chat is slow, but like she routinely gets hype trains in her chat to the point where like I'm convinced that I think a lot of people are realizing that the Cinder shit is BS.
Yeah, I do think that the day that people coming in to throw their support in are like people who like come back to the situation and go, oh my god, this is not what I thought it was. I'm so sorry. And like they're just guilt fucking gifting subs and gifteds and stuff. Maybe.
But like it made me really sit back and think, and I was just like, you know, it does seem that the sentiment is slowly changing. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm glad, because from day one, I will always say that like when everybody when I make my video and people think that my video is decent, I'm going to say that my video was built off the back of a tiny little puddle. Okay. My video was built off the back of a tiny little puddle and his foraging ahead. But like
me too, before anybody else was like raising an eyebrow. Like, I didn't raise my eyebrow until after I saw Shy Lily's response to Cinder's apology. Because that showed me, okay, wow, you just came in and tried to double tap Cinder. You don't want them. Because if you read in a vacuum Cinder's apology, it reads like an apology. She addresses specific people. She apologizes multiple times. By words, I'm sorry, I apologize. But she accepts responsibility, and where I think that she might not have had to, but she also recognizes, I know, Redacted did a lot of stuff I wasn't aware of. And just to have what seemed to be a fair response, just like, no, fuck you, and just like, literally like, stop him in the nuts from Boondog style shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, something way more serious is going on, like Mean Girl wise behind the scenes. That's what tipped me off. But Mizu had been tipped off even before then.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like, I remember it because I was working that day. I remember when the first doc came out. No, wait, I wasn't working when this came out. It was the night that it came out. I was on stream and someone said, oh my gosh, there's a Google Doc about Cinder. And I was like, Cinder, she's that like VTuber that like is pretty decently big and did that one music video that I heard was very horny. And then I saw that it like included a whole bunch of people and I was like, this is very interesting. And it like took 24 hours for me to sit and think about it. And then Mizu's like, oh, I'm going to read it maybe. And I was like, okay, I think I'll read it as well. And as I went through it, I was like, okay, I can't give my opinion on this because a lot of the people that are like associated with this are like so beloved that if I give something other than a deviation, people are going to hate me. So I'm just going to read it and not give my opinion on it. And the more and more I went on, the more I was like, this is a pile of horse shit. And unfortunately,
another thing that
nobody's
tipped me
going to think
off
of
was
it.
the very beginning. Nano is coming out and be like, by the way, English is not my first language. A bunch of people helped me write this. I'm
Dude.
sorry, fucking what?
The fact that she said that. Because like, here's, okay, do you want to know what made this worse? Okay, because here's the thing. If the Google Docs themselves were the only things that existed, all right, then there is a lot of information that we would not have, that we could not comb through, that would have been very easy to be obfuscated by. But because people decided to open their mouths, the 2 videos right now that I have archived that I'm going to be using for a good chunk of the information, that actually gives away a good chunk of the information, is Shy Lily and Bao's videos together. Both of them gave away key information. Bao herself just giving away that Shy Lily goaded her into this and kind of pushed her into this, and how they all talked about writing the docs together and shit. And it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, like legitimately, when Nano says English is not my first language, why to help, I was like, I wonder who helped her. And they basically spill out that all of them coordinated this, and it's just like, I don't like this whatsoever. So I'm working on a video, and the goal of the video is not to say that Cinder's innocent, because I don't believe Cinder is innocent. There is still some things
I don't think
where
any of us do.
no, and it's just like, I believe that Cinder has done some very toxic things. Obviously, when you're in a full business mindset, that's probably going to be a natural result. But like, I don't think she's as evil as people say. And I think that some of the things that people are trying to pin on her aren't pinnable on her. Pinnable. I don't know if that's a word, but I just don't think that like she's
I mean, I
actually
think they're very pinnable.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna make a video on it. I'm seeing that the tides are changing for her already. There are a lot of people that are changing already. I kind of made a post saying that that the damage to her, you know, I mean, there is damage. She lost a decent chunk of followers on social media. And
What
there's
was impressive to me too was the amount of flack that Mizu especially caught. And I have always operated by the saying that you catch the most flack when you're flying over target. And that just tells from like the way that every like big creators like Tectone and shit, like shut the fuck up about Silent. Whoa, man, why is all these big creators coming up taking shots? And for what is just like, hey, I have some questions. That's all Mizu really had was some questions, and people lost their fucking mind. That tells me that he might be onto something.
Well, what's funny is Mizu wasn't even in my like Mizu asked questions, but Mizu wasn't like quote unquote.
He wasn't mean about it.
Well, he wasn't mean about it. You know, like the funny thing is the guy who actually like probably would have gotten more flack if people actually saw it was Sparky. And I love Sparky. He's really good with archival and shit. But like, he definitely like was going really ham on trying to throw things out there.
Sparky did go pretty autistic on that.
I don't think it necessarily jumped into harassment because like I saw 1 to 2 posts and I was like, I really don't agree with those posts. So I wouldn't make them and I don't like them. But I feel like people put too much like stock into it. Anyway, I don't want to like go around in circles. All I'm going to say is I'm making a video. It's going to take a long time to make because I have to write the script. I have to get the script approved by the people that I trust to read it. Then I have to start filming. The filming's probably going to take less time. Then I got to edit it, and then I'm going to throw it out there. My timeline is hopefully a month, maybe less. I only have like 3 days a week to work on it, though, so we'll see.
Also, something that was very odd to me from it and was uncovered by Mizu when they're going over it was like, we had everything that happened. Cinder, I love crap. Nope, I just lost my train of thought. Ooh, gotta love ADHD. Dude, seriously, I was talking and the train just derailed. There's thousands dead right now.
I'm sorry for laughing. That's really bad.
All I will add is up until today, and people can vouch for this, I have avoided saying anything. I made my 2 videos and I left.
You did.
I made the
That's
1
pretty
comment
nice.
on the Rima thing. That was it. I haven't had like
Yeah.
8 billion comments about it like people try to pretend I did.
Yeah, people trying to put all these other people's comments in your mouth. Sorry,
Don't say
one
it that
person
way.
tried to do that. My apologies. One person tried to say that all of these other people's comments came directly from you, and it's just like, you want to try again?
Just
Wanna
sounded
try
weird when you
again?
said it that way.
Yeah, my apologies. Don't clip that chat.
Oh, it's absolutely being clipped.
Mizu's not Kazuhana. Dude, speaking of Kazuhana, I'm really upset because like I had 2 videos that I was thinking about working on. And those ones are going to take less time because I already have the clips, I already have the videos, I already have the things I want to say, and I have the basic script idea like in my head, and I was ready to write it down. Literally, all right, literally day before yesterday, I was like chugging along that. My ADHD brain was like, okay, we're going to talk about VTuber slop. We're going to talk about VTubers that some people might think is slop, but I don't think is slop. We're going to shout out some good people in the community, tell people what good content creators are. And then immediately it's just like, nope, we're talking about Cinder. I was like, fuck. Damn it. I actually really wanted to make that video. That was a cool sounding video. And now it's going to have to wait till I get this one done because my brain's not going to leave me alone about it until I do. Beauties of ADHD and autism, or autism.
I'm just gonna
might have
quietly
both.
sit and maintain that I'm probably gonna be right again.
Yeah.
Well, like,
By the way, how did your autism test the other week go, Mizu?
Out of a possible 30 points, I scored 19, and it listed that as very likely autistic. I was one
Yeah,
point
that sounds
away
about
from
right.
definitely autistic.
Yeah.
pass with flying colors.
Yeah, Chad, I
That's
passed
not
my
a test you
test.
want to pass.
I don't know if you want to do that. Oh, but
No,
yeah. I mean,
Just to
like,
be clear, because I know somebody out there will take it this way, I do not think of that test as being like a legitimate diagnosis. It was a
Oh, no,
joke
absolutely
thing
not.
we
No, it's
did. I just want to clarify that no, I'm not genuinely like, oh, the internet test said I was autistic, so I am now.
Now, here's what I would say. After taking that test, if your life is affected enough by it that you think that, you know, I should probably at least look into getting diagnosed or determining a diagnosis, I would use that test as a rubric to bring to your psychologist or, you know, your doctor and be like, yeah, could you confirm this? You know, and then you have it like logistically confirmed. But yeah, that's pretty much all these tests are. They're a gateway to let you know, hey, you might want to talk to
it's a
somebody.
gateway drug.
Well, Occo
It's a
actually
ga-
asked
yeah,
me
it's a-
about that after the stream, and they're like, oh, do you think you'll go to, like, actually get diagnosed and see if it's a thing? And basically, no. Because I don't...
Expensive.
Well, ignoring
I
that,
don't see you needing to.
let's say it's free. How does it really change my life? Like, in the long run?
Hmm.
Okay, now I know I'm
There you
autistic.
go,
I'm
yeah.
still gonna live my life the same way every day I always have.
I only got my diagnosis when I went back to school doing some user experience and user interface design courses. In the traditional like classroom setting, totally aggravating the shit out of my ADHD and my autism, to the point where I would, I should probably talk to somebody, and then I actually did. But unless it's like these symptoms are getting in the way of you living your life, there's no reason to like formalize a diagnosis. Like, is it stopping you from functioning as a person? No, then you're good.
Yeah, that was what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, if you are not seeking to get Social Security early, you probably don't need the test. It's really just one of those, if you get it done, it's like, oh, haha, funny little thing that happened. But otherwise, you really don't need to get it done, I don't know. I had it done when I was a kid because my mom needed to figure out what the fuck was wrong with me, because I'm the oldest child. And when the oldest child is like screaming their head off and doesn't know how to like manage themselves, I'm being serious. That's how autistic children act. They are horrible. I don't wish an autistic child upon anybody. All right.
No, it's oof.
But like when
that's a hoochie mama, let me tell you.
Well, it really sucked for my mom because, freshly divorced, had 3 kids that she had to take care of. Dad only had him a couple days out of the week. He was paying child support, but she was on her own. And, she's got this 8 to 12-year-old kid, and those are some of the worst years for autism, by the way, where this kid is acting up, and she doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. And when I'm referring to me, I am saying it, yes. But, like, so she got the diagnosis.
When you are an autistic creature of, like, 8 to 12, you're not male or female anymore. You are a creature.
So it's just like, I understand why she got the diagnosis. I think it helped her out because once she figured out what was wrong with me, she figured out how to not fix me.
She was like,
but to help me.
No, she was like, oh my god, I have no idea what's wrong with it, but it screams unless I give it Dino Nuggies.
No, it wasn't even the Dino Nuggies. It was. Oh, man, I don't even know, but it was just like there were ways.
What was like the big comfort food for you growing up?
So unfortunately, my trauma response is to delete my memory, so I don't remember most of my childhood.
See, my trauma response is storing it all. I remember everything. It's a fucking curse.
Like, there is a period, and this period is after my mom's divorce up until like my right after my teenage years. So like from 8 to 16, where there's very sparse memory. Because like I can remember a lot of stuff that happened before my mom's divorce. After the divorce, I can't remember much of anything. I can remember snippets from the court cases where we almost got taken away from my mom, and that's about it. So unfortunately, I can't remember what the food of my childhood is. I know I was a picky kid, but I don't remember.
The feast of my people. Really quick before we continue on, Mercenary for 2. Must-Head Pat, the Puddle Elf Lawyer, and Octopus.
Thank you.
Mercenary for 2 again. Payment processors have debanked DAs even. Read that one earlier.
I did.
Celia Knox for 2. They're pushing us into crypto, sadly. I am too stupid to use crypto. However, some Japanese websites are starting to take Bitcoin, so I might have to pursue that as an avenue for my dojins. Mercenary for 5, my parents made me get a CT scan to find out what is wrong with me. After that, another doctor asked a psychodoc, told my parents I have Asperger's.
That's what I was diagnosed with. Then I was told that Asperger's is actually like a Nazi term because the guy, Hans Asperger's, was a Nazi. So you can't call it Asperger's anymore. And then I just started to just call it Asperger's out of spite.
I mean, I would too.
So
I mean, I will just because that's the name of the diagnosis. Fuck who it was based on. Who cares if they were a Nazi?
exactly.
My favorite fun fact about
That's what it's
Asperger's
called.
is not the fact it's named after a Nazi, it's the fact that Chris Chan hates people with Asperger's.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
He believes you are a
My
lower
favorite fact
rung
about
of
Asperger's-
autism than him.
like literally like
that's
like
funny.
You are the
Okay, so-
Untermensch of autism, to wrap it back around to the German thing.
yeah,
Holy shit.
unironically, Ava, he did so you guys ever see Little Big Planet? Well, I mean, I know Mizu has, but Ava, have you seen Little Big
That was
Planet?
a game, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a game on the PS3. So he literally made a PSA about autism, and he did in this PSA about autism in Little Big Planet. He literally had his Sackboy character beating up another character who was supposed to be Hans Asperger's, and he gets upset saying,
my
"I
God.
can't believe you would name it after yourself. This is a horrible name." And one of the points of trolling for people was just telling him that Asperger's was going to be qualified as autism, which it was because they're so similar in the rubric or whatever. So he got really upset at people that told him that, because he's just I do not have Asperger's, that damn dirty name of a thing. So but yeah, he really hates Asperger's, and it is hilarious.
The only thing I remember about Asperger's is the episode of South Park where Cartman tries to say he has Asperger's, and he makes burgers that he wraps up, and he goes into the nurse's office and goes, "Oh my God, what the heck?" And he pulls these burgers out. It's "Oh my God, I must have Asperger's." That's the only thing I remember about
Oh gosh.
It was a good meme. I like the one where he tries to pretend he has God, what is it? It pretends he has Tourette's, and then by the end of the episode, he actually does have
Yeah.
Tourette's.
It was great.
I remember that.
Yeah, tell him.
Oh gosh, I remember that. That
You
was
know
a
they
good
got
one.
they got I think an award or something from the actual American Tourette's Association for that episode.
Do you know why? Because people don't realize this, but you can actually develop Tourette's by pretending to have Tourette's by long enough. You can actually end up
You develop
developing
tics,
the
yeah.
tics that
Yep.
is consistent with Tourette's.
Yup. It's funny. I remember
All things considered,
So-
though, other than how people see you, Tourette's is probably one of the lesser things to have, I would think.
what do you mean?
Well, because, with a lot of different diagnoses, it negatively affects your everyday life in ways you, physically cannot control. And you don't even know how to, fix it, basically. But most of Tourette's is just kind of, you have a weird tic that makes you say or do something kind of weird. It's not particularly, dangerous for the most part. Although there are some people that do have tics
No, but
that
it
are
is very
dangerous.
disruptive.
It's disruptive, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
one of the
remember going to,
things with more societal understanding, it would basically be a non-issue part.
I would say it depends, because it really does depend.
Well, I'm just saying, if there was more societal understanding, it probably wouldn't be that much of an issue.
Yeah. Anyway, kind of a long tangent. Did you want to read this community note and then move on from Straub?
If you want to read it, yeah, I didn't know they community noted it. It seemed like a valid community note.
So it was a community note that was, I guess, just slapped on here because, she has her old tweet. And then now I just briefly scrubbed through it. We could have a conversation about it. But the community note says, nowhere in the provided image does it blacklist Straub from working with this company, as the image only states they are moving away from working with edgier creators. This is misleading. For the association to Rev, they are married and collab on content creation frequently. And again, I guess that's one of the things where you could argue about whether or not that is direct association or not. But, and then what is this?
Do they
link
collab
to?
frequently?
Not really. I mean, they had a stream recently where they have questions and answers with each other, but I don't feel like that's a good enough answer. I get I kind of get the idea of what people are talking about and why I feel like my thinking was flawed. So I kind of get that. Because if they were collabing if they were like Matthias, the guy who did Dope or Nope, where he used to stream every single day with his wife, maybe you could make that argument, because then their content is so intermingled that you could say that I would be able to agree with it even more. But they don't collab all the time. Occasionally when Rev streamed, because I don't think he streams that much anymore, but when he did his streams, you could occasionally hear her in the background, but she wasn't part of the content. And maybe sometimes when she streams, he comes in the background too. But they're not
Yeah, of all their content collectively, I can only think of them being in a video together quite so many times, and one of them was We Must Interview. So
yeah. So I don't feel like that counts. I don't know. Again, the frequently thing, I disagree with that. I mean, the first part of the community note is fine, but the second part is just like, I would have to rate that as a no.
Well, I don't
not good enough.
see. It says
community
nowhere
note.
in the provided image does it blacklist Strawbeat from working with this company, as the image only states that they are moving away working with edgier creators. That's not the whole truth.
No, it really
In the second
isn't.
paragraph, they say specifically and plainly that we are not going to be moving ahead with any campaigns with you at this time because of your association with Rev. That is a direct, like, it might not be a blacklist, sir, but it's not like they only said we're moving away from edgier creators. No, they specified her and said we are not moving forward with you for future collabs.
I don't know. I feel like the community note is wrong. Oh, off camera, I'm going to note it as a no. Anyway, let's move on from that and talk about how VShojo is still dying.
They lost another manager of some sort.
Yeah.
Oh, they lost their talent director.
Yes.
Is that what this guy is?
So one
Talent
that,
director.
yeah, yes. This is big. This is probably the biggest hit to VShojo, like logistically, since Zentrea.
Well, I think what we have to think about as well is they've been losing a lot of back of house talent. Now they've lost front house talent like Zentrea, they lost Giga, but Giga's a very funky one because Giga wasn't just a front facing talent. She was also a back of house worker. She admits as much in her video where she's just like, a lot of the work I did for this company you will never see because she worked behind the scenes. And so when they lost Giga, I was of the mindset that it sucks that they lost Giga, but not for the same reason as when they lost Zentrea, because what she did in the background was probably way more important to them than her being a talent out in the open, is kind of the way that I understood it, because like it sounded like she was the talent or not really just a talent, but you know what I mean. So like they've lost quite a few back of house individuals that do back of house things, and that's not really good. It's not good whatsoever.
I don't
if they're
know why,
losing,
but like, and this is a little bit of a rat for me, I guess. But I think that like the company did not like them firing what's her name Matavika, because essentially then like it's just been one announcement after the other. Zentrea had that weird "you don't mean VShojo" comment. Now she's also leaving. The talent director is fucking leaving. Like this just seems like a weird, like almost company-wide protest of like, we don't like how you decided to treat Matsurukan, even though she did not meet her duties as like an employee of VShojo.
yeah, there've been a lot of rat theories about this. I don't know where they came from, but a lot of people think that they're going to sell to Brave Group. Oh, go ahead.
I'll let you go. I was gonna comment on it. I was like, I really don't think that's gonna happen. But
You don't think so?
no, but maybe you know more than I do about it.
I don't. All I know is that I don't even know where the rat theory came from, but some people think that they're going to sell to Brave Group. And if that's the case, good luck, VShojo. That's like, in my personal opinion, quite the downturn if that does actually happen. Like, because like I don't think Brave Group is like horrible.
Well, the thing with sales like that
necessarily.
is it doesn't really matter to them how good or bad Brave Group is they won't be dealing with the company. They'll be like just selling it off and they'll be done with it.
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
And
maybe it is like a really shit decision. At the end of the day, it's not going to affect them leaving.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not talking about the people that are leaving. I'm thinking about the people that are staying behind. Like for the people that are staying behind, like it's going to affect them the most, definitely, for sure. And so I don't know. When you lose this much talent, and again, I'm not just talking about the front people, I'm talking about the back of house as well, it really starts to paint a very weird picture. And obviously a company is going to do everything that they can to be as happy and front facing as possible. because if they're planning to sell or close down or whatever, they gotta try and sell as much as possible before then. So I think that we are going to see that like more and more people are probably going to leave. I don't know. Who do you think is next?
I think Zentrea might. Also, we talked about this, so this is like a side note, but YouTube is doing a thing where they're going
already
to be...
gone.
Is she? What? I thought Zentrea was still
Yeah,
there.
Zentrea's gone.
Oh.
No, Zentrea announced her graduation.
She announced her departure 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
yeah, she's going to go do her own thing. Oh, yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
So it's just going to be VShojo Japan.
Here, let me pull up the VShojo page. Because I pulled this up a while ago.
Gonna be Iron Mouse.
Melody will probably be the last of the OG to leave. I think Melody will kind of hang on for dear life because I actually think Melody needs VShojo more.
So these are all of the talents.
And Fruit's
but
just
let's
dead.
let's shift to just EN. So this is EN. They have not removed Zentrea yet, even though Zentrea is gone by now, I believe. But this is who is left in the EN branch. Now you say that like it'll just be JP, but they've still got a lot of people. You know, they got Amelie, who's she's kind of doing her own thing. You know, you got Fruit, who's basically gone anyway. I don't know the last time I saw Haruka. She must stay out of trouble because I never see her. I know Hime Hajime never streams.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Iron Mouse is just perpetually playing around with other streamers. Kuro is a boy, so I don't hear about anything that this guy does. Same with Michi, although she's a girl. And then Melody is making her porn game. So, like, I don't know. Like, a lot of these people don't stream. I don't know what it is, but like they made a club of exclusive people that don't stream anymore. I mean, like, I don't know about Amelie. She's a voice actor, so that's a little different. If she's a voice actor, she's a...
I mean, she does voice acting too, but she has her own singing going on. She was one of the ones I was confused. Why she?
Because she didn't need them.
Yeah, she had like her own thing going on just fine. Like, I don't know what benefit they're to her exactly.
Well,
because she vibed with the other members and
we're now all gone.
We're now all gone. Well, it like, do you think they told her? Do you think they told her, by the way, where all these people are leaving soon?
Kind of, but that would. I mean, I would feel incredibly bad for Amelie if she like comes in and make everyone who invited her wondering, so like out the door. All right, see you. What the fuck, dude?
Like if it's an actual physical business. She's walking in and she's like, "Oh, hey guys, you're all coming to greet me." Oh no, we're all leaving. We all quit.
What?
And they all have their boxes for the desk, and she's just like, "What the fuck?" I gave up a job in Kingsmith for this.
Yeah, it really is kind of sad because with Amelie, and I don't know her situation, but just with speculation, you know, if she just needed a brand manager to help her out with stuff, she could have gone to Mythic. Mythic is like adopting all decently sized VTubers these days, so Mythic would have been the more right place for her, in my personal opinion. So I don't know. I just don't get what is in VShojo now that is actually like worthwhile. Because most of these people are dead or don't ever stream. Is the stream lagging? Uh-oh.
Michimo TV I like.
I don't really know why. Oh, it caught back up.
Oh, it caught up? Oh, that's good.
Down again. If I click off of the OBS, it gets upset.
Really? That's weird.
We'll keep it on OBS for now. It's fine.
Yeah, we're almost done. We really only got like one or two more things to talk about. But like I'd say that the JP branch is doing way better. I mean, I don't watch any of the JP people. I know that Henya, everybody loves Henya and Kason. You know, Kason's kind of weird to me. But I imagine all these people are doing decently well and that they're doing way better. But it's just the EN branch is just like, who is left over to like actually be a person? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it also kind of makes sense how they've had the endless auditions. Maybe there's a reason why the auditions never went through. Because if they're prepping for a sale, they really shouldn't be bringing in new people. I don't know.
Basically.
My personal opinion is nobody's getting in now. don't ever think that you're getting in VShojo because they're selling to Brave Group and Brave Group ain't inviting you.
So guys, I'd like to announce that I've been invited to join VShojo. No, I'm kidding.
Oh gosh. You know what's funny is somebody like suggested that like Niana, the Niana Banana would go to VShojo. I'm like, no, I don't think
Nope.
she would fit there. None of the people there would be friendly to
My
her.
theory is phase.
Well, I think you and I talked about that. Yeah, I think she even joked about it in her goodbye or some shit like that. Something like that.
Yeah, I think there was like she made some comment that like there was like a phase pun.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so-
yeah, I think it's phase.
Yeah, I just don't see like VShojo like with a lot of things. It's death by 1,000 cuts, and they've got quite a bit of cuts, losing a lot of the people they have. Losing this guy, if this guy is as big of a deal as people are saying he is, then yeah,
with
that
the
really
talent
fucking
director.
sucks. Losing your talent director is pretty important, so that sucks. That sucks.
The business is falling apart. And I was correct a couple weeks ago when I said that VShojo was on its last legs. And I had people telling me, like, no, there's still plenty of people there. You don't understand. It's just a couple, like, graduations. And then a week later, Trey is gone, apparently, which I didn't even know about. And another week later, now their talent manager is leaving.
Yup.
Don't worry, guys.
Pretty much.
Trust me. All the VTubers from those auditions are going to show up all at once.
Gotta be huge generation.
Just so we're clear, chat, and I maintain it to this day, the auditions were fake.
Oh yeah, I agree with that as well. I agree.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
agree.
even. I think I remember putting in for them, and I didn't even get a response.
VShojo the company is
I
not
got a
equal
response
VShojo
from
the
Dave.
talents. I think people are getting caught on that. Yeah, I have never once said, like, oh, Nyanners is over, oh, Zentreya is over. No, the company
Nyanners
will
not part
go
of it,
under, and
though.
all these people will still have viewership. But
No,
that
yeah.
doesn't
Yeah,
mean that
definitely.
VShojo isn't going under.
Yeah, I mean, like you can say that the company's going under, but
Like, Zentreya is still going to have viewership. I'm not saying that Zentreya is over. The only one I've said is over is Fruit,
Oh, but
because I
they're
think
not.
Fruit has just taken herself out of the game.
Dude, I think. Yeah, I think yeah.
and the individual that got really upset at us will probably endlessly see that we contributed to that.
Really quick, Mercenary for 2. I have Asperger's plus German father plus Guatemalan mom.
That is quite a mix.
K Aguario, Fruit next if they ever show up again. And Wolfsbane for 2. More head pads for Lolly and Shota if he wants them. I will. That's. And Grulgar, I'm sorry if I say that wrong, for 5. Fishman circling VShojo like Jaws for warehouse workers.
Oh my gosh.
So you wanted to touch on the Subnautica thing before we left?
Yeah, I know that this was something that's kind of like important to you.
So this was posted while I was at work. I have not had time to read it. And based on the descriptions people keep giving on it, I don't really know what's happening. Because everybody words like their summary of it really weird. I just haven't had time to actually read the messages. So would you like to give me a teal deer?
To this, they are basically like pushing it back till 2026, and the reason why is they fired the original founders, and they don't have enough time to get it done, and so they're pushing it back now. Allegedly, that the pushback is going to push away a bunch of money that they were going to get.
Yeah. Some kind of $250 million bonus.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much.
But then I'm seeing mixed things. Like, one of them is saying the game was simply not ready, and they were just going to shove it into early access to get the bonus. And then others saying it was perfectly ready, and now they're just delaying it just to prevent us from getting it.
That's what's, yeah. And to be honest with you, I really don't know what the answer is. All I know is, as far as I know, we're still planning on playing it when it comes out, I'm assuming. We're just not expecting anything useful. You know what I
The
mean?
devs are suing the publisher now.
They said they
Really?
posted it in my Discord, but I can't open that up because I'm showing your thing.
Yeah, hold on. Let me try to bring it.
Well, we're basically at the end, so if you want to, you can.
Also, my neck is suddenly really sore. I don't know why.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay, well, if we're there, splash. Here, I'll just read through this. From Charlie Cleveland, continues to be an explosive and surreal time for the Subnautica team and community. None of this is what we wanted, but we truly appreciate the amazing support we've gotten from everyone. It means a lot to us, especially now. As I wrote last week, we know in our souls that the game is ready for early access. That's just how we roll. We'd like nothing more than for you to play it. Game devs live for this, but it's not currently under our control. We've now filed a lawsuit against Crafton. The details should eventually become mostly public. You all deserve the full story. Suing a multi-billion-dollar company in a painful, public, and possibly protracted way is certainly not on my bucket list, but this will be made right. Subnautica has been my life's work, and I would never willingly abandon it or the amazing team who put their hearts into it. As for the earnout, the idea that Max, Ted, and I wanted to keep it all for ourselves is totally untrue. I'm in this industry because I love it, not for the riches. Historically, we've always shared our profits with the team and did the same when we sold the studio. You can be damn sure we'll continue with the earnout bonus as well. They deserve it for all their incredible work trying to get this great game into your hands. Stay tuned, Charlie. So I'm going to say that I am going to kind of keep my mouth shut on this until like the lawsuit happens and the details come out. Because and if it was from anyone else, I would be like, yeah, they're probably correct. The game was probably ready for early access and they're just kind of screwing with them. The original Subnautica still runs like shit. It is a broken, buggy mess that I genuinely love it. It's a great game, I love it. But it is a broken, buggy mess. So when the guy that made that looks me in the eyes and says, oh, don't worry, this one was ready for early access, you're a liar, sir.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I can see both sides being correct here. No, from like what I know from the original Subnautica, it's completely possible that the company is just greedy, money hungry, and is trying to keep you from getting your bonus. But it's also just as likely that Subnautica 2 is just as much of a buggy, laggy mess as the first one, and they looked at it and says, yeah, you haven't done this right, we need more time.
Oh, you think they got fired on merit?
I think it's completely possible. I'm not saying that it is definitely true. I would like to see the full thing kind of listed out, but knowing what I know about the first one, it's completely likely.
That would be incredibly sad, but by the same token, it's kind of funny at the same time.
I'm just saying, chat, for now I reserve my
Luckily-
judgment.
And
Yeah.
well, I'm very
Not the
proud
right
of
time
you for
yet.
that too.
The
Not the
game is
right
ready
time.
for early access. Sir, there's no textures in the game. Yeah, early access.
Yeah, you said early access, not wireframing. Jesus.
Did you ever play? Because did you ever play Satisfactory in its early stages?
Yes. I played Subnautica in its early stages.
No.
You don't believe how broken it was.
Oh, I know how broken it was. I saw people play it in its early stages. But with Satisfactory, they were still some of the assets still weren't original yet. They were still working on building assets. They just wanted to get a workshop in there, and that's why I really liked Satisfactory. Is they built it from the ground up. Subnautica.
That's something super funny with Project Zomboid. Up until recently, the build that we're playing now, you won't see it, but the build before, a lot of these things that you can place on the ground that now have a 3D model used to just have a 2D painting. So it looked like freaking super Jenkins. But yes, this game has been in early access 2011, it used to be a 2D game on a 3D environment isometric. They only recently redid all the animations and you now are a 3D model. Like, this game has come a long way, but it used to be jank as fuck.
That's funny.
If I can't clip through the floor, is it really early access? Bro, you could clip through so many floors in Subnautica. It wasn't even hard.
Yeah.
You just had to like kind of wiggle on a surface.
Listen, chat. You want to know why the game is underwater? Because if you can swim, it's kind of hard for you to clip through an area because they force you to go slower.
That's the funny part. Subnautica is currently still so broken that if you play your cards right, you can end up walking on the ocean floor.
Yeah, that was a really funny bug. You know, people do runs where you're not allowed to swim.
Yeah.
Those are interesting runs.
Other than it's actually not too terrible. Like, getting up cliffs and stuff is a pain in the butt. But none of them enemies can really, like, register you as existing. Because it considers you inside of a pod. And when you are inside a pod, enemies just don't recognize you as existing anymore.
Yeah. Also because
I say this is somebody that loves Subnautica, by the way, guys. I'd have to pull up my Steam page, but I think I've literally put like 300 hours into it. And it is a single player, like, one-time experience. 179 hours. I'm a little off. And then I put another 60 in Below Zero.
I mean, they're not horrible games. It's just you kind of expect that Subnautica 2 will actually be a good game. And I guess now, like, with all of this shit that's going on, now I'm kind of worried that I won't ever see it. I don't know. I'm just kind of worried I'll never see it.
Yeah.
I think we're at the precipice of a second video games industry crash.
Oh, we're already kind of there.
Yeah.
So.
But chat, I thank you guys for showing up tonight. Occo,
Yeah.
are you going
Welcome
right
back,
into
everybody.
streaming Project Zomboid?
Well, I wasn't going to stream it, but
Fair.
I'm still waiting for it to load up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give you a couple files and show you where to place them.
Oh.
Ava turned like
you
an
need
80
to-
megabyte game into an 18 gig game.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, I'm at a black screen right now. It's refusing to load. So.
Yeah. No, you need
you
the
have-
RAM delimiter.
So this is going to be a thing I'm going to tell you about. Every time you start up the game, don't click off of the game. Let it load all the way in first.
Oh, there it goes. Now it's
Yeah.
starting.
There it goes.
But I was going to look for somebody to raid. It doesn't look like anybody I'm
it
following is currently up. Also, really quick before we go, Mercenary for 2, I remember every bit of trauma and I feel guilty. Mercenary for 5, with Subnautica, just assume whatever is most malicious. It makes the most sense to go that way since it's the path of least.
I guess.
But thank you all for showing up tonight, chat. If there's anybody you ever want us to try and get on the show, let us know. We now have a open spot for a rotating guest. If not, we have different friends that we know will like to show up.
Yes, pretty much.
Bye, guys.
Bye, chat.
Want to say bye?
Bye
Ava?
bye.
Literally as you say it.
Ugh.
That